that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app, share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required, not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This is The Rich Eisen Show. Coming up at noon after my show, it's Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN, and the all-new ESPN LA app.
That was Larry, right, Tom?
Right.
Tom's a writer from the show.
We're back here on the Rich Eisen Show. PayPal is proud to be the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL. When fans come together on game day, PayPal helps make it easier to split ticket costs, cover tailgate supplies, parking, or even food. It's a simple way to settle up so fans can stay focused on the moments that matter. The NFL brings people together, and PayPal makes paying each other feel easier from kickoff to the final whistle. Download the PayPal app to get started. Account with PayPal is required. I'm glad, Ray Romano, that you were here for another segment. I had no idea that there was a chapter you need to rewrite from your previous appearance on that program. I had no clue.
I bragged to you guys that I know I memorized every capital of every country.
On Earth.
On Earth, yes. And you guys quizzed me on it, and I rattled them off, and I got them all right, so I thought. When I went home, I realized, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. And sure enough, I looked it up. I got one wrong, and you didn't call me on it.
Oh, no.
Wow. So, Chris, you
Oh, yeah. Hey. Oh, I don't need these. Hell with it. I'm Mason. That's Ireland. This is M.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
By the way, I was texting with Emily last night.
Mm-hmm.
You know our guy, Greg Elwood?
Oh, yeah, sure.
He's been in the show. Big, movie critic,
movie guy,
TV critic. Saw Devil Wears Prada last night. Loved it.
Awesome.
Yeah, the press screening was yesterday.
He's got a review coming today.
Nice.
But he says, for any of you thinking that the Devil Wears Prada sequel was a money grab and it's not good, think again.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
I think it's probably going to do $75-80 million this weekend.
I hope so.
I think it's got a built-in audience.
I am like,
I now know the elevator pitch. Do you guys want to know, or you want to go in blind?
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the setup. Emily has gone to Dior, and she controls a large part of their advertising budget.
Okay.
Got it.
So Meryl Streep needs her for runway.
Okay.
And social media has taken off. So Meryl Streep, much against her comfort zone, hires Anne Hathaway to come in and oversee digital,
social media
the stuff she has no idea about.
Just turns her into Carla.
Okay.
Right. And so that's the premise.
Oh, that's good.
And then Stanley Tucci's still working for Miranda, still working for Meryl Streep. And so you end up with this dynamic where Miranda is now in a world where she actually needs Andy Sachs and Emily, which she hates needing anyone.
Yes.
And she still craps all over him.
Yeah.
And that's where the comedy ensues.
Yeah.
Then my favorite new comedian is in the movie. His name is Caleb Herron. He is in the trailers. He's been on all the red carpets. I think his role is obviously small, but I'm excited to see him in it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah. I always think from
Justin Theroux's got a part in it.
Oh, yeah.
I always think from that movie, the one thing that jumped out at me was the way Miranda, played by Meryl Streep, was at that big gala event.
Yeah, what's supposed to be like at the Met Gala.
And she needs to know names, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so she normally gets names from Emily Blunt, and
Emily Blunt is sick.
She's sick. Yeah. And Anne Hathaway starts giving her the names, and it makes me think a lot of times when I was at an event when we were working with Dave Singer, I would under my breath say, Do I know him? What's his name? Do I know him? What's his name? Do I know him? What's his name? Because it's hard to remember. I'm not, I've got that Brad Pitt thing where you have no recognition of faces.
I'm convinced. Tell me if you guys agree. I'm convinced that it might be artists.
Yeah.
It might be Kevin Demoff.
Yeah.
But I'm convinced that Stan Kroenke has a guy doing that, and here's why. I'm at a Laker game.
Yeah.
I'm going through the back tunnel out to my car.
Yep.
And Stan Kroenke's walking as close as me and you, and I go, hey, Stan, good to see you. He goes, hey, John, hi.
Really?
And I went, wait a minute, no way. I mean, he was walking in a pack of people.
Right.
I go, somebody tipped him.
Yeah.
He doesn't know who
I'm
John
sure,
Ireland is,
like,
does he?
Wealthy, important people all have these people. Like politicians, wealthy people all have someone that say, that's John Ireland.
That's John Ireland.
He does that radio show.
Yeah. I remember seeing Stan Kroenke and his wife riding on a golf cart at the old Coliseum. Rode right by me, and I thought, there goes $9 billion. It's insane.
So
insane.
I think
on
it was
that
you
golf cart.
that brought up recently that Warren Buffett just retired.
Yes.
And if you study Warren Buffett, he's been in the same house for 30 years, drives an old car.
Same McDonald's breakfast or whatever.
Gets his shoes resold rather than buying new shoes. I mean, he just has all these habits.
Frugal.
And he's like pretty much close to a trillionaire.
Oh, yeah.
And it got me to thinking, there's this great story about Phil Anschutz, who is AEG, the head of AEG, one of the richest men in the world.
Yep.
So I used to work with this guy at KCAL, was a huge soccer fan, this guy named Seth Shore. And so Seth goes to the Women's World Cup in South Korea. And he would go all over. He'd go to every World Cup he could go to. And he's waiting at a bus stop. And he turns, and sitting by himself at the bus stop is Phil Anschutz.
Wow.
And Seth, who isn't, he doesn't like to bother people.
Yeah,
but he just can't figure out why Phil Anschutz be sitting at a bus
He's
stop.
on the bus.
Goes, Mr. Anschutz, forgive me. My name's Seth. I work in L.A. He goes, hey, Seth, nice to meet you. He goes, are you taking the same shuttle I'm taking to this game? He goes, isn't it the greatest? It'll take you any game anywhere.
Oh, that's awesome.
So really, really rich people don't necessarily think rich all the
by
time.
the way, and they respect money, and they're careful with the way they use money. Like I always think there's a book called Millionaire Next Door, and one of the things I remember is that millionaires, which I that used to be a big deal, millionaires
Still a big deal for a lot of
get
people.
their shoes resold more often. They don't go out and buy new shoes. They just
Warren
put
Buffett.
new
Quality versus
soles.
replacing.
Exactly.
So I think both of you would like this show called Beef, but the second season, you don't have to watch the first season. You can start in the second season.
What network is it on?
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
And it stars Carey Mulligan and Oscar Isaacs, and then
Love both of them.
Yeah, great.
Kaylee Spaney. You'd love her. If you haven't heard of her, you'd love her. And Charles Melton.
Yeah.
And it is about the older couple, the Oscar Isaac and Carey Mulligan are the guy is the GM of a country club.
Okay.
And she is just a wealthy person, used to have her inheritance. And I just think you guys are both enjoy this kind of like the LA, but like kind of close to the super wealthy, but not exactly yourself super wealthy, but like well off. I don't know. It's a very interesting dynamic that I was watching, and I was like, I think that John and Mace would like
And
this
they're
show.
like this, right?
So the whole thing of the
What's
show.
the beef?
Kaylee, the younger couple, tried to return like a wallet to the house of the older couple, and they find the older couple fighting. And so they record the older couple fighting and use it as blackmail to get hired as full-time staff members at the country club with health insurance. Basically, all of this is to make sure they can get a living wage and health insurance.
Well, there you go.
It's a very interesting show. I think exactly land the plane.
Have either one of you guys seen the Maya Rudolph show Loot?
I love Loot.
I have.
So fun.
I don't like it.
Come on.
I thought it was
I
great.
love Maya Rudolph. I do not like that show.
It's so silly and fun.
It completely works for me.
So over the top.
No, I love it. It's like basically she's Melinda Gates. Husband cheats on her. She gets all the money. She gets to spend it however she wants. She has to do charitable work.
Yeah.
Like do the charitable work she's supposed to be doing.
That's another one. So
yeah.
Maya Rudolph, her dad, Dick Rudolph, who used to be married to Minnie
Ripperton.
Yeah, who is Maya's mom. Minnie passed away years ago. Dick's remarried now, and he plays golf at Mountain Gate, and I get to see him every once in a while. And when I was playing with him once, and when I found out he was Maya's dad, I do what I always do, and I threw a million questions at him. He was super gracious about it.
Yeah.
And so he goes, he comes back to me the next time I see him. He goes, hey, I was telling Maya how complimentary you were, and she couldn't believe you know who she is.
Really?
And I went, wait a second.
Maya Rudolph?
SNL?
I go, you're kidding, right? She goes, no. Her exact line to me was, John Ireland knows who I am.
Wow.
I go, come on.
That's
man.
crazy.
He's just being nice.
That's
right?
crazy.
I don't think she knows who we are.
Yeah, no,
All right.
I don't
We'll
think
see.
she's a listener.
We got to go.
All right, that's it. We're coming up on the Live Imaging Tuesday. Stick with us. YouTube, on the app, and on the radio. See you in a minute.
/710.
When Mason and Ireland start breaking down the boss with MT, you know things could get off track.
Bruce Springsteen is not like a classic sounding singer,
Right.
but as a lyricist, he's on maybe the greatest.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, the Nebraska album.
in
Right,
rock
bass?
band,
Does
right?
he sound like he's constipated when he sings?
Well, he's got a certain growl to him.
Philadelphia.
Music, sports, and everything in between. Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon on ESPN LA.
Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an Audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an Audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay. It's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of Los Angeles is offering up to 25% off windows and doors and 0% financing for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends April 30th, 2026.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
Here we go, 12 o'clock. A Live Imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. Thumbs up, Mace.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs
exactly.
up.
Thumbs up.
If
on
you
today's
watch
show.
Mason Plus, you see a lot of thumbs up, thumbs
up,
down.
thumbs down. Exactly
New
right.
episode of Mason Plus today, right?
Yep, dropped today. It stars Kenya Barris, who did the Jerry West documentary, and John C. McGinley, terrific guy on Rooster and a bunch of other stuff.
Rooster.
I haven't watched
Rooster.
Have you watched the
I have not
Rooster?
watched
You'd like it.
It's
It's
very
good.
funny.
That's what I hear.
It's
really
very
good.
funny. Steve
And
Carell's
DTF
hilarious.
St. Louis. I need to watch those.
I've got one episode left of DTF St. Louis.
Really?
It's a weird one.
I hear the last episode. I haven't watched it, but I
Yeah.
hear the last episode is disappointing. I'll
Oh.
I'll see what you have to say. That the
I
show
think
is.
this show has a lot to say about male friendships. I think keep that in mind.
Well,
as
Mason
we
and
watch
I
the
have a
final
nice
episode.
male
Yeah,
friendship.
we have a really connected
Listen,
male friendship.
I'm DTF downtown LA. Let's
There
do
you
it.
go.
The biggest show on the radio on a Tuesday. Mason and Ireland is on right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. All right, it is the calm before the storm. Tomorrow night, Lakers Game 5 at Crypto. They are 2.5-point favorites.
First game they've been favored in this series, which shocks me because they've won 3 out of 4.
I know,
But
I know.
People don't believe because they had so many guys that are hurt.
Absolutely.
So we'll
And
see.
it sounds like Austin Reaves, reasonable chance he's going to play tomorrow
I have
night.
been told that unless something unexpected happens between now and game time tomorrow night, that he's in.
Nice.
Do you need to play
He's going
him,
to be
though?
listed as
Yeah,
questionable.
you need to.
Do you need to?
You need
Yeah.
to. Chris, get this. For the last 6 quarters, they've averaged 22 points
You're
per
gonna hit me with
quarter.
stats
I'm
this
gonna hit
early.
you. This last 6 quarters, 22 points per quarter. The offense needs Austin Reaves.
All right. I think they can beat him without Austin Reaves. They have before, so.
Yeah, no, they can. Although, if you go back to Friday night, had they not pulled that out of the fire, this is a 2-2. It's a completely different series. Completely different series. Somewhere else, what's new? What are you doing?
Trying to survive the morning show.
Are you? Now, what's new on the morning
The
show?
Chris Morales morning show needs
Morales
surviving
in the morning is
Scott
in trouble?
Kaplan is really wearing us out.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe it.
But is that kind of Cappy's MO, right?
It
you
is,
get
but
sick
it's-
of him and then he comes
it's a
back
little
around
much.
and-
It's a little much.
Yeah.
It's a little much.
He
By the way,
promised,
Mace.
he promised me tickets
Do
Friday
you have
night.
them
But
in
by
hand?
the way,
Yeah.
Tommy Lamb has now pulled all those tickets back because the original agreement, Cappy didn't follow. So your tickets may not exist anymore.
Emily, what did I
we
bet
have
him?
5,000
I gotta
mythical
pull it up
dollars
here.
on that.
Yeah.
Damn, Cappy.
Now you
Because I
may get
already
them.
lost. Did I lose 5 or 10 when the Rams held on to the 13th pick?
5 for Rams, and this is 10.
And I won 10 on the Lakers Friday night, too.
Yes.
Well, remember the classic question from Boogie Nights, John. Do you want a 5 or a 10?
Can I see it, please?
Well, yeah.
Yes,
Full
there you
5
go.
if you just want to look.
Yep.
You know. Anyway,
Another very underrated
Yeah.
movie, by the way.
Yeah,
you
so,
may not get them.
Yeah, I wanted to see my favorite night at the Beach Life Festival is the Friday night.
I want you to take it out on Cappy.
I'm going to.
Now,
I was
Mace.
texting with him last night. I'm like,
And what
are
did
you
he say?
serious?
Did he say?
There
He
is-
said, it's Tommy. I have nothing to do with it, he said.
Oh, I'm going to win.
Yeah, he said, it's Tommy. I have nothing
I'm
to
gonna
do with it.
win. Okay.
You're going if. No, you're not going.
It doesn't look good. So if you make Lisa Ireland an offer,
Yeah.
and she's got VIP tickets to Sunday night for James Taylor, she may cough them up.
Oh, nice.
Why do
Although-
you want to go see James Taylor? Are you into James
No,
Taylor?
I want to go to the Friday night.
Okay.
I want to go to the Friday night because they've got some really good
'Cause
music.
with you, you're
Duran, Chainsmokers. I'm into that.
But you're very much a poser. So you want to be like, oh, this is the hot thing. I got to be there.
You think,
Thumbs
or
up.
don't you think I just want to see
No,
Duran
no,
Duran,
you're a
which is
poser.
a band that
You're
I
a
played
poser.
every single record from, it was at the top 9 at 9 for like 2 months.
Name 10
Hungry
songs.
Like a
But you
Wolf,
did mornings.
Rio.
You did a top 9 and 9 in morning drive.
I started at nights. I started
did?
doing 7 to midnights. I
Really?
did the top 9 at 9.
You must have done a lot
so
of blow
good.
back then when
It
you were doing nights at a
took
music
lot.
station in
Took
the
a lot.
80s.
Yeah, there was a lot of blow around. There was a lot of blow around. I did not take a lot of it at all.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, no. Charlie. Oh, I was going to mention the guy that gave me the blow.
Okay. I don't.
Every record, he would say, "Here's some blow."
I think between the two of us, Mason and I can come up with 10 Duran Duran songs. Do you
Okay.
think we could? All right,
10.
let's do it.
10?
Hungry Like the Wolf,
Rio,
The Reflex.
The Reflex.
That's 3. Girls on Film.
Girls on Film.
That's 4.
By the way, I am sort of stuck.
Yeah, I'm done
Okay,
after.
seemingly like a poser. Seeming like
Wait
a
a minute.
poser.
Duran Duran.
Save a Prayer. Do we do that one
no,
yet?
Save a Prayer's good. Save a Prayer's a good one.
This is Hungry Like the Wolf.
Yeah.
New Moon on Monday. That's
Wow,
6.
that's a deep
wow,
pull.
that is you're
He's
on,
carrying
you're
it.
on-
He's the real Duran
you're
Duran
on
head.
deep
Yeah, but I
cuts.
think I'm out.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything
That's
more.
tough. I don't
Didn't they
know.
do it, Chris? Didn't they do a Bond movie theme too?
Oh, they
I
did.
don't know.
Live and Let Die. Did they not do Live and Let Die?
After Reflex, you lost me.
The Reflex,
Yeah.
flex. I like that. Bond.
A View to Kill.
View to a Kill
Oh,
was the movie.
that was the Bond song.
That was a Bond
and that was
song.
actually a good song.
It was.
View to Kill.
Really
so
good.
we came
Okay,
up.
so 6?
No, we came up with 6.5 because you gave us View to a Kill.
Yeah, you gave us View to a Kill. But
Wait,
we were in the
can you
ballpark.
name any that we didn't name?
No, but I'm
BC,
not
can
going
you?
to go to Beach Life
this is the only song I know.
Yeah.
Hungry Like a Wolf.
No, and the other thing about Duran Duran, Chris, you probably remember this, is that Duran Duran and Hall & Oates were cracking out like 2-3 albums a year.
Oh, yeah.
Like they'd release an album, and 4 months later, here comes another one. And, but I read it.
Remember the lead singer for Duran Duran?
Simon LeBon.
Simon LeBon.
Why
exactly
isn't his
right.
last name Duran?
There is no Duran.
Wait, then why is it called Duran Duran?
Well, I mean, band
That is a great question.
band names. There must be an answer to that. I was just pulling. Let me
Why
see. Why are they
Duran called
Yeah.
Duran Duran?
Things you didn't expect to
Okay,
hear on the radio
childhood
today.
friends John Taylor and Nick Rhodes
All right.
formed the band in Birmingham, England in 1978. Taylor's art school friend Stephen Duffy naming their band after Dr. Duran Duran, Milo O'Shea's character in Barbarella.
Wow,
Wasn't
that is
Jane
obscure.
Fonda in
Jane Fonda
Barbarella?
was in Barbarella.
And I think they're redoing it maybe with Margot Robbie as
Barbarella.
with I think Guadagnino.
Oh, Luca Guadagnino.
Well, anything
yeah,
with
he's
Margot
interesting.
Robbie and people will show up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, they won't. Look at Amsterdam.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh, yeah, no,
but
she
that
can
wasn't
miss.
that like an art
And then
film?
look at the one that came out last year with Colin Farrell. It's like a Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. No one saw that either.
Well, you're just picking on Margot Robbie now.
I
Why
just
are you
know a
picking
lot
on
of
Margot
Margot
Robbie?
Robbie
That's terrible. She's the Barbie lady.
I'm the Margot Robbie head.
Yes, you are. You are. So, Dodgers last night come from behind win. That is their 11th come from behind win this year. That is second in Major
And
League
Kyle
Baseball.
Tucker got into the act. That was
Kyle-
kind of his announcing himself to the Dodger fans moment.
Yep, Kyle Tucker with the big 2-run single in the 9th inning as the Dodgers come from behind. I thought one of the encouraging things last night was, first of all, Yamamoto didn't have his best stuff. He struggled a little bit. Gave
Shohei
up-
tonight, right?
Shohei tonight, and not in the lineup tonight. So Shohei is
I told
pitching
you guys.
and not
I told
hitting.
you this was going to be a thing.
And here's the thing.
I hate it.
He's been hitting really well. Like, he
Hate
had 3
it.
hits last night. He had the RBI double in the 9th. I don't understand why, especially when he gets into a groove, why you would say.
And the Padres are right there with the Dodgers.
Yeah. I mean, the Padres are going to be
All
a
right,
playoff
let me
team.
ask, as Michael would say, you guys a question.
Mm-hmm.
The Phillies fired their manager today.
Yes.
The Red Sox fired their manager yesterday. Did managers always get fired this early in the season? We're in April.
I don't think so.
I don't ever remember a manager being fired in April. I mean, I'm sure it's happened, but like Dave Roberts, if he lost 20 games in a row, they wouldn't fire him.
No, because he's got a couple of World Series. And by the way, Alex Cora has got a World Series, and they fired him.
They did offer him the Phillies job.
Yeah, did you see that? They offered him the
That's
Phillies
amazing.
job, and he said, "No, I'm not going to take that grease fire."
I didn't even know Don Mattingly was on the.
Can you
the
believe that,
staff.
Don
And by the way,
Mattingly?
there's a LeBron Bronny thing going on there. His son Preston is the Phillies GM.
Yeah.
So
that makes Don Mattingly a Nepo dad.
right.
That's true.
Right.
Hey,
You
listen,
don't hear about the Nepo dads
however you
very
can
much.
get it.
Exactly.
However you can get it.
And then the guy coaching the Red Sox is Jim Tracy's kid.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Chad
right.
Tracy.
It's like next generation.
It's if you were a Dodger manager, come on down.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean,
God,
Phillies
Jim
did have
Tracy.
10 losses in a row, so they're
Yeah,
not
so
doing
the
well.
Mets, they haven't fired their manager.
Yeah,
I know.
I think the Mets may be in trouble. I think Carlos Mendoza might be in trouble in New York. I mean,
Especially now.
Lindor's out for a while, which makes it really tough, and their pitching hasn't rounded out. So, yeah, I think Carlos Mendoza could be next. And by the way, these are teams, in particular the Phillies, who we beat last year in the DS. I said at the beginning of the year, the team that I am most I'm not afraid, but the most competitive for the Dodgers is the Phillies, and they have come out of the box so bad. And you know, at some point you say,
is it possible, maybe too early to say this, but is it possible the Dodgers' biggest competitor are the Padres?
100%.
Right? I mean, and we hate them.
100%. But I think that makes for a fun summer. I think
It will
that's going
be
to
a summer
fun.
of fun.
It will
They
be a
haven't
fun
played
summer.
each other yet, have
No,
they?
not yet.
Is it going to be another summer of Mace?
Yes, another summer of Mace.
How much vacation in the summer?
All of it. All of it.
Well, wait, you just took 2 weeks recently during the
1 week.
basketball season.
1 week.
No, you took one in the beginning of the basketball season because I always pay really close attention when you go during the basketball
Listen,
season.
Right.
When it comes to vacation during the season,
But how do we get
he's got the
7 of
Inspector
them?
Gadget out.
There's 7 of them I got to take.
Well, you don't have to take
Well,
it.
you've already taken
I
2.
opt to take them, yeah.
I'm taking all 5 of mine during the summer because it's not Lakers
Yeah,
season.
right.
But I'm going to Italy this summer.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
doing,
nice.
Well, I'm going to Italy, everybody's health permitting. My mom's having some health problems.
Oh,
but,
you were going to take Myrna?
She and the rich boyfriend, Peter, have rented a house in Tuscany, and that's why we were going.
Oh,
So
well,
I'm
you know what they
hoping
say
it's
on
still on.
Seinfeld?
There are no places in Tuscany.
places in Tuscany,
Right.
and they found one. That's awesome.
It's like Yumi in Tuscany.
There you go.
is
That's
Movie
a
that
movie.
came out last week.
Yeah,
That
quietly.
really good-looking dude, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Raves on Page.
Came out very quietly last week.
Made fine.
You think?
It was fine.
Yeah. Did you see it?
No.
There are no good movies right now.
I thought Michael
I
came out
disagree.
Friday.
There's just
Wait
a
a
lot of
minute.
indie
I'm not
movies
Devil
that are
Wears
coming out
Prada's
right
coming
Oh,
Friday.
Yeah,
That's
that's,
gonna be
but
huge.
that's the first movie I will have seen going back since Project Hail Mary, and I think that was the first movie I saw this
now.
year, and
that's
I
on
see
you,
a lot of
Mace.
movies.
That's on you, Mace.
No,
I've
they're
seen like
just-
4 movies in the past 2 weeks.
See, I always think every show that we have here at ESPN LA has a sub, like description line. Oh, we would call it back in the old days a positioning statement.
Yes.
Like our positioning statement at the station is LA's mega sports station, but also home of Lakers, home of Rams, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We've always said the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, the Hall of
Yes.
Famers.
Yep.
But your thing could be sports and movies, or movies and sports. The morning show is sports and schwans.
And Spawns.
Yeah.
Okay.
The afternoon show could be sports and CTE.
Oh.
You didn't see where I was leading you.
Damn,
I was
did
leading
not
you.
That was a
see
good wind-up,
I did
though.
not see that. All right, coming up next for you, Ty Simpson really did meet with Sean McVay for hours.
Now, this is in dispute.
Yeah,
We'll get into it.
We'll get into
There's
it.
so many sides to believe in this drama now.
I know there are a lot of angles. We will get into all of them coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15-minute mark on 710. Fueled by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
You know, in that time it took to hear your favorite takes and all that fun and frivolity, you could be pulling out with a fresh oil change. No waiting, no appointment, just in and out in about 15 minutes. Bam! so you've got more time for what matters. Visit SoCalOilChange.com.
In just 15 minutes, you can boost your vehicle's performance and save money while doing it. Visit SoCalOilChange.com now for value pack coupons and keep your car and your wallet running strong.
The 15-minute mark on 710, made possible by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Pizza Hut is bringing the heat with their new hand-tossed crust. Crispy and golden on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, finished with buttery garlic parm seasoning in every bite. And right now, grab a large pizza with any 3 toppings for just $11.99, delivery or carryout. When you're hungry for big flavor, keep the Pizza Hut coming with the $11.99 large 3-topping deal. Order now at pizzahut.com or download the Pizza Hut app.
Limited time offer. Additional charges for extra cheese and toppings, stuffed crust, and original pan.
Vista Paint is California's original paint company and has been serving pros and homeowners since 1956. Our paints are formulated for lasting performance, beautiful finishes, and made to withstand the weather. Vista Paint, locally made, expertly crafted, always reliable.
Hey LA, it's Beto Duran. Head to Northridge Toyota and Wondering Toyota today and drive off in a brand new, beautiful 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for just $209 a month on a 36-month lease. $209 for a Tacoma? You already know it's got to be Northridge and Wondering Toyota. Any trade you own outright is your down payment. It's a limited time offer. Nobody's going to take care of you like my guys at Wondering and Northridge Toyota.
2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 iForce 2.4 cylinder turbo 5-foot bed double cab 4x2 RWD model. MSRP $40,628. Base 10,000 miles per year and excludes tax, title, license, and dollar fees.
Hey guys, if you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that could last for weeks. Getting sick right before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and a pharmacy can be really stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Packs to treat wide ranges of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick, at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. You just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook, or you call the telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your bed sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. Save $45 with our promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. Promo code is 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710.
Mother's Day is coming, and you gotta show love to the mothers in your life. You know you gotta take care of mom. Plus, my wife just became a first-time mom. So yeah, Mother's Day matters, and you gotta get it right. That's why I'm sending flowers from the Books Company. Right now, get 25% off with code CANTY. Books flowers are cut fresh, so you get bigger, brighter blooms that last way longer. And it's easy. Pick the bouquet, the delivery date, and you're done. Mother's Day is May 10th, so don't wait. Go to Books.com, use code CANTY to get 25% off. That's BOUQS.com.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
It's a Logic Guilty Tuesday, presented by Providence, 12:16 on the biggest show on the radio, Movies and Sports, Mason and Ireland. It's a very special playlist today.
Yes,
if you've been paying attention to the world going on.
This is kind of cruel, but okay.
It's not really cruel. It's out there.
It's a little. Diana Rossini made a playlist for Mike Vrabel back in 2022.
It's a nice thing to do
when
for
the
somebody.
Tennessee Titans were experiencing a 4-game losing streak.
It's Mike. Is who it is.
I'm sorry, Mike.
So we don't have Mike Vrabel.
Well,
but
I think.
Mike.
Why would she delete it?
I believe it is.
She's been deleting a lot of things recently.
I believe it is Mike Vrabel.
By the way, Chris, I'm guessing you're where I'm at in this. I could care less who sleeps with who. I wouldn't have fired her. I mean, she stepped down, quote unquote. But I think it was, do you want to step down or we'll fire you?
Right.
Now let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
From a journalistic standpoint, not that necessarily she needed to be held to the rules of journalism. She was more of opinion and a contributor. But nevertheless, let's use if there was a reporter from the Lakers that was reporting on the Lakers that we found out was having an affair with Jeannie Buss, would you find that odd in the sense of, well, how can you actually report on it if that's to put it into your camp, the Lakers camp?
Right.
would that kind of make you go, well, that's a little inappropriate?
But what's the difference between that and reporters who build up a relationship with a particular player and then report on that player in a positive light? It is about relationship building. This one obviously went further, but
there's the difference.
Yeah.
It's a slight difference, and that might be slight in today's day and age, but it is. Again, I don't really care. Just like John said, like, do what you want. Obviously, he's got issues if he's cheating on his wife, and she's got issues if she's cheating on her husband, but we're all adults. I've slept with people that I work with. I currently do.
Yes.
So what are you going to do? But again, from a straight journalism standpoint, is it inappropriate that she's reporting on news that she's involved romantically with the head coach, that she's reporting on that team?
I think those two things are. Let me put it this way: if you think that Diana Rossini is the only person who has slept with a source in sports media, you are gravely naive.
In any media.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And, you know, whatever, politics, whatever, news, it happens everywhere. And I don't think it necessarily.
And by the way, you asked Chris if she's sleeping with Vrabel and getting inside information. Is
that not her job to get inside information?
It is.
Yeah.
And is that
she's going the extra mile?
Life isn't fair.
She's taking her work home.
All right.
I will say this playlist is called "Turnin' the Page."
Turnin' the Page.
Yes, and it's created around the time when Mike Vrabel was going through a rough patch with the Titans.
Yes.
So you know what?
So why did you suggest that perhaps this wasn't for Mike Vrabel?
I'm just saying. It says Mike. I want to be clear so we don't get sued or whatever.
Just some guy named Mike.
It just says Mike.
By the way,
could have been Vrabel.
Her son's name is Mike as well.
Speaking of getting sued.
Wait a minute. Repeat that.
Her son's name is Michael as well.
Okay.
It could be for her and her son.
Could be.
Now it's just getting weird.
Could be.
Yeah.
Well, that part is a little weird.
Okay.
No, mom doesn't make me.
But did you guys see? I sent you guys this story yesterday. Did you guys see that the pictures of Vrabel and Rossini at the resort in Arizona?
Yes.
It turns out there was no private investigator. It was a couple who happened to be staying there, said, hey, isn't that Mike Vrabel? Isn't that Diana Rossini? Aren't they married to other people? And they just snapped pictures. And then when they realized what they had, they offered him around, and they offered him to TMZ.
Did they sell him?
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, to the New York Post.
Yeah.
And then the New York Post blew up the story. So I don't quite understand this, and this is why I'm bringing it up. Maybe you guys do. They now say that couple can be sued.
Really? Which is, I do not.
What? For what?
Yeah, no, there's no expectation of privacy when you're out at a pool. I mean,
they can sue. Will they win the suit? Probably no.
No, I mean, you have no expectation of privacy.
By the way,
it just doesn't exist anymore.
A few weeks ago on a Live Imaging Tuesday, we got into a Bill Clinton conversation.
Yes.
I think I don't remember how we touched on this at that moment.
I don't understand how we got there either.
It's fine. It was fun, though.
Yeah, it was fun.
But here's what I would say. If they would have just come out right away and said, yeah, you got us. We've been doing this. We're sorry. We cheated on our spouses. We have to take care of our own business now, but we'll move on. Doesn't it go away? Instead, when they came out, tried to deny
this is where, like I said, I didn't think Diana should be fired.
Yes.
Here's where my argument, I'm going to shoot down my own argument.
Yes.
What did her in, I think, is when she lied.
Yes,
right.
Absolutely.
Then they thought, okay, now we can't trust her.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a famous story when Jim Herrick, the UCLA basketball coach, was fired. Everybody says he was fired because he had an unauthorized dinner at Monty's. He took some recruits.
The great Monty's.
Is Monty's even still there?
It's still there?
The Westwood one is not there anymore.
When I went to school at UCLA, it was the best restaurant in the Westwood.
No. This place is not vegan.
Okay, so
the Monty's in Woodland Hills still exist, though.
But I remember the next thing that comes out, Jim Herrick is fired, supposedly for this misstep at Monty's. And I remember the athletic director at the time, or it might even have been the chancellor. I think Charles Young was the chancellor at the time. He said, I would compare this to Watergate. He said, in this way, he said, he didn't get fired for taking those people to Monty's. He got fired for the cover-up.
The cover-up. You always get fired for the cover-up, and that's exactly what they were doing.
Right. And so I think that's where my argument loses steam. Is that
Diana defended her too as well?
Yeah, is it Diana lied to her bosses?
Yeah.
Like if I always tell the story, Chris, that one time you've probably heard me tell this, but I was getting 2 paychecks from ESPN LA.
Yes.
And when I figured it out, it had happened twice.
By the way, that tells you how much money he's got at the bank already. So it took him a while to figure it out.
No. To be honest, Lisa figured it out.
Yeah.
She goes, do you got some side gig going on or something?
She said, honey, we just went from 8 figures to 9 figures in the
there
bank.
you go.
And I'm
Exactly.
like, no. And she goes, oh, they're paying your old contract and your new contract. And everybody told me at the time, well, don't say a word.
Oh, no.
Just pocket the money.
Eventually,
and I
they're
thought,
coming for it.
It will come for it.
So I call Scott McCarthy, who was our boss at the time,
Yes.
and I tell him what happened. And his very first line to me, he goes, never, ever report an error in your favor.
Yeah.
He goes, you should only be calling me if you didn't get paid.
Right.
You're calling me you got paid twice? What is wrong with you? And I went, I got a guilty conscience. I know I'm going to get caught. And I just don't want to owe you guys, $1 million one day.
Right.
And he goes, okay.
Or half a year.
I'll get into it.
Yes.
And I had to, the way that we resolved it was they took it out of my check for the next 2 checks were basically zero.
See, I think being honest and direct is the very best way to handle everything.
And that's why Vrabel was honest that he went to counseling on day 3 of the NFL draft.
But I think he's done with counseling now.
Yeah, he
Oh,
just
is it
did
that quick?
He did the one day 3, but he was in constant contact with the Patriots.
One
He's
day
aware
of
of what was
counseling.
happening. He really took that day of counseling super seriously.
It was 1/4 of the time that Aaron Rodgers was in the dark, in his
Exactly.
darkness retreat.
Yeah, he was taking his recovery really seriously.
All right, so top athletes, big moments, one night, the OC Sports Awards, June 18 at Angel Stadium. Celebrate greatness and be part of one of Orange County's premier sports nights. Get your tickets now at theocsportsawards.org. That show starring Travis Rogers. All right, so there's lots of debate about Ty Simpson, who the Rams took at 13 in the draft, quarterback out of Alabama. Yesterday, he was on with Amber and Ian on ESPN Radio. Here's Ty Simpson.
No, it was great. We met at the facility, and it was something to where we just talked for hours and hours, and it was just football. It was just straight football, and it was like a kid in a candy store. Me and him are sitting there, and we're just going back and forth. Just you can tell the obsession he has for the game, and you can tell the love he has for quarterback play. It's something that I appreciate, and it's something that I enjoy because I really enjoy playing the position and value the position. So being with him and then getting to know him, and then just seeing a little bit of how I would get coached if I was fortunate enough to go there was something that I couldn't have asked for a better situation.
And the Rams asked him to keep it quiet.
We tried to keep this under wraps as long as we could. It was something to where I knew they were interested, but they wanted to make it private and didn't want people to know that they were interested. So I had some secret meetings with Coach McVay, and I just was trying to be on script and do what everybody told me, not to tell anybody.
So there is Ty Simpson again yesterday on ESPN Radio. I find that very reassuring. It sounds as though McVay, contrary to what people thought, was in on this pick. Do you agree with that or disagree with that?
Disagree.
Ireland? You disagree. I think he was totally in on it. Why do you meet with him for hours?
Well, you meet with a lot of people for hours, but it's a job interview.
But going in, everybody said, "Oh, don't, he didn't talk to him, didn't meet him, didn't less shove this down his throat. He wasn't involved in it."
That. I think that they were collaborative. I think they worked on it, but at the end of the day, it's Les's call. And so I think that Sean would have gone out and sold whatever they decided.
Well, he didn't try to sell that on Thursday night.
Well, but ever since then, he has.
Since then, yeah.
I think Thursday night was a combination of a couple of things. Like I said before, I think he was very leery about being overly jubilant.
Correct.
Because he didn't want Matthew Stafford to think that we're celebrating your replacement.
Yes, correct.
If that was an act, he kind of went over the top.
He did, but I don't know how that conversation went with Matthew that day.
Right.
What if the conversation, we have no idea, but what if I put out there that Matthew was kind of pissed off that that's what they were going to do? Doesn't that cause Sean to have a muted approach to that press conference that night?
So maybe that's it.
Maybe that's what's going on.
I think this is messy for a different reason.
Okay.
Because on the day after he was drafted, Ty Simpson said he'd only met McVay for a brief period of time. Why would he not be this forthcoming that he was with Amber and E on an ESPN radio? Why would he not be that forthcoming on Friday night? You've already been drafted. Why keep a secret on Friday night? I just feel like it's altogether really, really messy, which means that somebody's lying here. And I feel like it's really weird that he didn't say, yeah, I met with McVay for hours on Friday night. If he did, in fact,
I met with Simpson.
But you're saying that he invented that story then for the radio yesterday?
It feels like the first answer is probably the more truthful answer, and then maybe changed it or had a different
Even
vibe.
if he literally said they told him to keep it quiet.
But he literally said on Friday that he had only met him for a period of time. Like, why would it be kept quiet after he'd already been drafted? What's the reason to keep it quiet?
You think Ty Simpson is not telling the truth when he says he met with McVay for hours before the draft?
I think the Rams are really trying to get their story straight, and it's been really, really messy, and there's something in here that's not the truth.
Well, you have an old saying that I stole from you. You and I have so many plates spinning in our lives.
Yes.
That you said to me once, this was years ago, just tell the truth because it's the easiest thing to remember.
It is.
And he goes, then you don't get caught in this web.
Right.
And I think Em's right that there is now a web. Like, who do we believe now?
Well,
do we believe McVay? Do we believe Simpson? Or do we believe Snead?
Right. And here's the other aspect of it is that the general football people lie before the draft. They lie. So they don't tell the truth. And then they have to unwind the lies at some point. And I guess that's what the Rams are doing now. Mike Florio thinks that NFL executives just lie for advantage. We'll do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
National University is one of my favorite partners here at the station, and that's because they want to get you a bachelor or master's degree on your terms. NU is a nonprofit university that offers more than 150 degree programs with flexible 4 or 8-week online courses designed to fit your life. And they're always giving away scholarships, and here's one you can apply for right now. The Believe and Succeed Scholarship awards up to $6,000 annually toward an industry current bachelor's or master's degree. Plus, they'll give you all the help you need. Free tutoring, career counseling, resources to keep you on track. If you want to apply, go to their website. Matter of fact, if you want to look into National University at all, go to their website. It'll answer any questions that you have. nu.edu. nu.edu. That's the website. If you want to apply for the Believe and Succeed Scholarship, you got to do it before July 31st. Terms and conditions apply. But if you're what they call an ander, maybe you have a family and you have a job and you still want to try and get a degree, they love working students. They love military families. Check out National University, nu.edu, National University.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
You asked me what I said he had no butt. And for my entire life, I thought I did.
You were walking down the hall away from me, and I said, you have no butt.
Susan tells me that every day.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
It very much is, and I didn't know it. And Gene told me the other day, it's like, you have no butt. I was like, what?
Ironboard backside.
You should get one of those surgeries. Yeah.
You need a BBL.
You get a BBL. There you go. Right. The GBBL. Just walk in here one day, you can take your wallet out of your pocket over your shoulder. Right. Yeah.
Oh, my God. It comes back with a BBL.
That would be worse than the guys that show up with the new veneers. You're like, what's up? If you show up with a BBL, that's a whole nother level.
Man,
could you imagine?
I'm
walking in here and be like, what's up, guys? And turn around and whoa. You guys see that Dodger game last night? Right. That was great.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app and live on YouTube.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Gail?
When I retired, I just let all my taxes pile up. I had gotten many threatening letters. The one that said they were going to try and take my property was probably the scariest. When I found out that I owed close to $300,000, I was in total shock. It was a bad situation. I didn't know what to do.
Then Gail found tax relief advocates.
When TRA told me I was only going to owe $368, I just was in total disbelief.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Gail did and call TRA for a consultation.
I was so blessed with TRA.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-544-7357. 800-544-7357. That's 800-544-7357.
In a contracting business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using AI to accelerate impact. Service Titan is the only integrated intelligence that seamlessly automates your entire workflow, from first call to final invoice. Born in the trades, built for visionaries ready to stop operating and start automating. Service Titan, AI for the trades.
Harry Douglas here. Let me ask you something. What if you can enjoy the taste of a cocktail, the warmth of a spirit, and still stay fully in control? That's RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category. RK delivers bold flavor and a real warming sensation with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and zero calories. Perfect for nights out, social gatherings, or anytime you want the experience of a drink without sacrificing tomorrow. Check it out at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, all the flavor, none of the alcohol.
Hi, this is Devontae Adams of your LA Rams. The biggest show on the radio, this is Mason in Ireland. LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN. Listen to every Rams game on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Is this from the Diana Rossini playlist?
Yes.
Titans had lost 4 in a row. Did you ever do a mixtape, John? Did you ever do a mixtape for somebody?
Years ago, yeah.
Now it's a Spotify playlist, but back in the day it was a mixtape. And so I had a relationship.
Lisa has a friend that every time they would get in a fight, her friend would pivot to a mixtape.
Oh, really?
Like, to make up with her.
Did you do ever like the burning of CDs? So did you do mixtape to burning CDs to now Spotify playlist?
100%. Yeah. Now, back in the day, I had a relationship that ended, and when I got up early to go to work one day, there was a cassette tape on my windshield.
And was there like a dead bird?
It was
too?
no, it was a mixtape.
Okay.
And the first song I remember was "Don't Speak" by
No Doubt.
No Doubt.
Was this a man or a woman that left this?
A man.
Okay, I was gonna say it feels more like a woman move to do that, but
It is, yeah. But no, mixtape is the way
Did you
he
play
chose
it?
to go. I did. I listened to it.
Okay.
It made me, feel a certain way. Feel a certain way.
What was the attempt? What was the mixtape to shame you or to try and get back together?
I think trying to get back together, but it takes more than a cassette tape.
what
to be
would
with
he
me.
have named the playlist? Would it be "Turning the Page" like Diana did?
Might be turning the page. No, want to be. He was. I think he wanted to get back together. By the way, I have no idea where that guy is. I've tried to find him. Don't know where he is. Don't know where he is. But hey, listen to DeMarco and Trav for your chance to win 2 VIP tickets to Pechanga Resort Casino. Sushi and Sake Food Festival, May the 2nd. When you hear the cue, call in for your chance to answer a trivia question on air and win. Enjoy early entry, amazing food, drinks, and entertainment. By the way, Em, are we not at Pechanga next week?
We are. We're going to be there for 2 days next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. So Cinco de Mayo.
Yep.
And 6 de Mayo.
I was told that we've got a room for the night, for the in-between
On Cinco
there.
de Mayo.
Yeah, on Cinco de Mayo.
That's a great, Pechanga's a great
I'm
spot.
excited.
I
And-
wish if you guys played golf, I'd be super excited for you. Their golf course
They have
is
a
great.
swim up bar that's always fun.
A
I've
swim
been
up
there.
bar, cool.
Yeah, you can do that.
You can run up the room service tab,
You could.
which I intend to do. It's not. I'm not paying for it, am I?
I don't know about the room service part. You might have to pay for that one.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out. So, John, here is what Mike Florio had to say about the Ty Simpson situation. He starts with just sort of an overall look at what happens leading up to the draft.
Believe nothing you hear in the future. This is the example that I will use going forward that proves conclusively that teams strategically will lie, not just as it relates to the draft, as it relates to trades, as it relates to who's playing. There is benefit in lying. The entire sport of football is premised on successfully deceiving the opponent. That's how the draw play, the Statue of Liberty, the play action pass, the zone blitz. I was going to say the surprise onside kick, but that's gone the way of the dodo bird. But all of these things, if you can keep them guessing and they don't know what you're truly going to do, you are at an advantage.
So, you said somebody's lying, and after listening to that, I assume everybody is. I assume they're all lying.
I do too.
I don't.
But they're lying about conflicting stories. That's the issue with the Rams, is that they're not on the same page of the lie.
In the end, though, it's about.
And in the end,
McVay and Simpson. Was McVay in on Simpson or not in on Simpson? And if he's not in on Simpson, or if that wasn't the guy that he wanted, what does that do to the relationship between Snead and Sean McVay? Here is, by the way, what would have happened had the news gotten out. Here's Florio.
Think about the alternate universe where it trickles out that Sean McVay is into Ty Simpson.
Right.
You're going to have all the other owners who at least are paying some attention to it, saying to their coaches and GMs, if McVay, if the boy genius, who's now 40, but don't tell him that, if the boy genius thinks that there's something with Ty Simpson, we better be on that train too. Maybe we should be taking him at 12. Maybe we should be trading up to 12. That's why they keep it quiet, because if it had gotten out, it would have snowballed.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it had gotten out that the Rams were circling Ty Simpson or considering Ty Simpson, there's a reasonable chance that they might not have gotten him.
I see that, but that doesn't, to Emily's point, that doesn't explain why McVay was so stoic after they drafted him, when they already had him.
So here's where you guys and I disagree. I think McVay was acting on the opening night of the draft. I think that was acting to assuage. Oh, that's a good word. Assuage Matthew Stafford's feelings over them going quarterback in the first round. And so he gave a master class.
I just feel like, what would that feel like to be a Ty Simpson, though? You get drafted, and your coach looks like he's pouting.
But he spent hours with him.
Sure, but if I was Ty Simpson, I would feel some sort of way about that. Like, what the heck? Why are you so upset they drafted me? I would feel bad.
Yeah, I think it'll all be fine.
I feel like if it was a
everybody
planned
settles
dance,
into
bad.
their roles.
So if you settled, okay, let me ask you this.
No, here's a scenario. Here's a scenario. You guys get to pick your producer.
Okay.
And Emily is your producer. Great. John's excited, and you're stoic, Mace.
Okay.
Even if you were trying to...
Like we had a press conference to introduce Emily Hebel, our new producer, and you say, well,
she'll compete with Brian Cohen.
Brian Cohen's show.
Right.
It's...
even if you're trying to protect the feelings...
You're the Stetson Bennett in this.
Even if you're trying to protect the feelings of Brian or previous producers, it would make me feel upset.
Yeah, sure.
That you were not
By the way,
happy.
you're the best producer we've ever had. Screw
yes.
all the previous producers.
This is a hypothetical situation.
Right. Yeah, you are number one on the
But
all-time producer list. Sorry, Dave Singer.
I'm back to Ty Simpson. I would feel a little bad if I was Ty Simpson about this.
Okay. I think he was in on the whole thing. I think Sean was acting. I think that the truth finally came out. Here's the thing. If that is McVay's guy, then I'm all in. I just don't know if we'll ever find out if that is McVay's guy.
And do you know who would join you? Mike Tannenbaum.
Oh, Mike Tannenbaum would, absolutely.
I am ready to fight anybody who says this wasn't one of the greatest decisions we've seen in recent memory. You think about the Green Bay Packers going from Favre to Rodgers to Love. Those were decade-long positive decisions. And you could ask the Pittsburgh Steelers guys how easy it is to replace a franchise quarterback in Ben Roethlisberger. They're not going to be drafting very high for the foreseeable future. They're playing chess. A lot of other teams are playing checkers. And by the way, at 38 years old with a bad back, it's not inconceivable that Ty Simpson's on the field during a 17-game season. So this should pay off for a long, long time.
John, he'll fight anybody who says they don't like this pick. Fight!
Well, do you think him and Emily could get in a steel
Oh,
cage
yeah.
and battle
I
it
could
out?
beat Tannenbaum's ass. I'll tell you that.
Phrases you did not expect to hear on the show today.
Did not have that on my bingo card.
I will
No.
beat Tannenbaum's ass. Coming up next for you, we're going to do some icebreakers.
And now, can Mason theoretically still catch me?
No.
I don't care what you guys think. I want mathematics.
Okay.
How many more? There's today, tomorrow, and Thursday, right?
Correct. There's 3 days.
Total of 60 points.
60 points if you get them all in the
And
first
that's not
guess.
enough.
And I'm
Yes.
up 70. All right, I can now relax.
Yeah, please
Now
relax.
I might guess like right out of the
Please
gate,
relax.
just like
Sure.
Brian did yesterday
Yeah.
when he
Why
tried.
I thought I was right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did too.
by the way, I also
was
thought I
thinking
was
Ted
right.
Williams when you said Ted Williams.
Had I hung out, I would have had Gregory
Yeah.
Peck.
Well, that's the fun of icebreakers is you got to know when to fire the gun.
Exactly. So we'll do some icebreakers coming up next. Then Sports Graffiti, open the phones, Lakers tomorrow night. Big Game 5, critical Game 5.
I really, really don't want to go to Houston on Thursday. Can you please get through to the Lakers that it's imperative they win this game tomorrow night?
I think they know. We'll talk about that on Sports Graffiti coming up. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Purple and gold playoff energy.
After the Houston Rockets kept their season alive in Game 4.
Rockets get their first win of the series.
The series shifts back to L.A., where the Lake Show have a chance to finish the job. The Purple and Gold return home with one thing in mind, closing out the Rockets at Crypto.com. Lakers-Rockets Game 5 from downtown L.A. Pre-game starts tomorrow at 5:30 p.m.
The Lakers postseason push happens right here on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
So I'm in Mike Capozio's office here at Rotolo Chevrolet. And Mike, every time I hear an ad, everybody is number one. How is there more than one number one?
Number one here, number one there. And fortunately for me, Chevrolet tells us who's number one.
So we're talking huge inventory, Chevy cars and trucks, SUVs, everything you could want. That's how you stay number one. And
you got to have the inventory to give to the people, but you need the people in the building to take care of the people that are coming into our building. No one does better with a customer than we do.
That's how you stay on top for more than a decade. Go online at rotolochevy.com.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. I'm here with Angie from Angelica's Insurance. Every team needs a strong defense, and when it comes to protecting what matters most, they've got you covered.
That's right. From auto and home to renters, business, and life insurance, we built a game plan tailored just for you.
And if life throws a penalty your way, like a DUI, for example,
we got you. We specialize in DUIs, SR22 coverage, getting you back on the road fast and affordably. Visit angelicas-ins.com or call 1-888-717-0773 for your free quote today.
Evan Cohen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app, share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required, not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. Ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Oh, it's Icebreakers time. All right, that's right, the big voice guy. Listen to Mason and Ireland. Weekdays noon to 3 on ESPN LA.
Exactly right. Time for Icebreakers on Mason and Ireland. Icebreakers made possible by Blue Ice Vodka. Your fit-friendly vodka with no sugar added, 64 calories an ounce, and keto-friendly. Let's do it. Icebreakers, presented by Blue Ice Vodka on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, producer Emily.
All right, so the
Very
tally right now,
competitive.
70 for John, -1 for Mason. Has not won this month. You didn't miss a week, so yeah.
Yeah,
And then,
still, I should have more than minus
Aaron
one.
has 10, I have 7, the others are 31. Here we go.
All right, so right now my lead is 40, basically
71.
40.
Oh, on the next.
Yeah.
So I'm 40 in the hole if I don't get any more right.
That's correct.
I'm going to try and get them anyway.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm too competitive. Here
20
we go.
points. I was born in 1982 in New York City. My father was a labor attorney and my mother was an actress. I was majoring in English and minoring in women's studies at Vassar College, but then I transferred to NYU. For 18, I'm bringing back an oldie but a goodie. I am in Ocean's 8.
Oh, my God. Everything leads to Ocean's 8.
I love that movie. Okay, for 16 points. My maternal grandmother was a radio personality with WIP in Philadelphia.
WIP. Wow. WIP. Okay, I've narrowed it to 2. Should I try one?
You want to?
Okay, take one more clue.
Okay, one more. For 14 points, I once dated a scammer. He was arrested on charges of defrauding investors, including...
Mason.
Do you want me to finish this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Including former U.S. President Bill Clinton out of millions of dollars in a scheme that saw him pose as the Vatican's real estate agent and acquire donations that he said would be used to build churches in the U.S.
Okay. I will try Anne Hathaway.
That's correct!
Yes!
It is Anne Hathaway!
So, see, I was right to build a monster league.
I think it's still
I'm out of the hole.
All right. Here's the rest if you guys want to care. So for 12, it would have been I won an Oscar for the same role that my mother played on the stage. They both have played Fantine.
Oh, wow.
For 10 points, I have hosted the Oscars. For 8 points, I am named after William Shakespeare's wife. For 6 points, I'm in a movie that comes out this weekend, and I'm the star of Devil Wears Prada, Princess Diaries, Les Miserables, amongst many others.
There you go.
Anne Hathaway, my girl.
Nice. Not as annoying as she used to be. I kind of like
She's
Anne Hathaway
never
now.
annoying. She was just trying hard.
There are people that really got annoyed with
And
Anne
they
Hathaway.
are
I have a question. As I tell people who sponsored Icebreakers, should I read this verbatim or ad lib? Just tell me.
Verbatim.
Okay. Straight Up with Travis is
Okay,
sponsored
great.
by
There we
Blue
go.
Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka, double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes, clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice, premium taste, nothing extra. So apparently, Blue Ice sponsors both Icebreakers. And what is Straight Up with Travis?
Well, you have to tune into the afternoon show in order to
Afternoon
get
show.
it.
Do they do it every day?
Yes, they do it every day, and they have been giving them copy for it, but not us copy for it.
Okay.
Which is why I handed you that.
Got it.
All right.
All right, got a little breaking news from Lakers practice. Austin Reaves has acknowledged that he has been miserable being out and said he's done everything on and off the court to return. He told Mike Trudell and reporters there, "I feel good, trending in the right direction. Can't wait to wake up tomorrow and attack another day." Meanwhile, J.J. Redick provided an update on Luka. Let me see if I can find this. Luka has begun more on-court activity, is the way they phrase it. More on-court activity. So maybe we're thinking as long as the Lakers advance, we could potentially see Luka in the second round against OKC, who swept last night.
Well, let's talk about timing.
Yeah.
All right, so the Lakers play tomorrow night. If they win, that series is over.
Yep.
All the intel I'm getting, unofficial.
Unofficial.
Let me say it again. Unofficial. A third time. Unofficial.
Yep.
All the intel I'm getting is that we would open the series in Oklahoma this weekend. I don't know if it would be on Saturday or Sunday. That's if the Lakers win tomorrow night. Now,
not necessarily. If it goes to 6, it doesn't necessarily start this
that's
weekend.
where it gets interesting.
Okay.
If it goes to 6 and the Lakers win Friday night in Houston, and we just found out it's another one of those super late games.
Ugh, I hate those.
Which is another reason why I don't want to go to Houston.
Yeah.
But would the NBA then just send the Lakers to Oklahoma to open the series on Sunday, or would they allow the Lakers to come home for a couple of days and open it middle of next week? I don't know. But that's what the timing is. That's why if the Lakers can win this thing tomorrow, it guarantees them at least 3 days off. And if you count Saturday as a day off, maybe they might have to play Saturday night. But that's why I really want them to win tomorrow night, because Oklahoma City, which is a team, by the way, that has zero weaknesses, none.
Yeah.
Just swept the Suns.
Yeah, just swept. And I watched that game last night. I watched that Oklahoma City-Phoenix game. Phoenix didn't play that bad. It's just Oklahoma City is so good.
Yes.
That they don't have Jalen Williams, who's their second best player, and you don't even notice.
Yeah, they're so deep.
Yeah, so it would be a huge challenge for the Lakers. But one I will tackle head on if we get to do it.
Yes, and you
Shock
know
the world.
you know who I'm going to pick?
You're going to pick the Thunder.
Now I'm going to pick the Lakers.
Oh, we've finally converted you to the John Ireland, Brian Cohen dressing.
Correct.
Put your tux on, get down there with your violin.
That is, I am going down on the same ship as you guys
Good.
are.
So much more fun.
Happy
It
to
is
have
more
you.
fun, yeah.
That would shock the world.
It certainly would shock the world. John, they've announced the Basketball Executive of the Year. Have you seen this?
No. There's only one person who should win this award.
Who'd that be?
If it's anyone other than Brad Stevens of the Celtics, they screwed it up.
It is Brad Stevens with 11 first-place votes, 4 seconds, and 2/3.
Who finished second?
Second was Saleh Anse from Atlanta.
Yeah, he had a good year.
Trajan Langdon from Detroit is next.
Great year.
Jeff Peterson from Charlotte. Sam Presti from Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Rob Pelinka, 1 third-place vote.
Well, I'm surprised he even got that, because people have been punishing Rob forever because he was an agent.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, look at the players who are popping right now for the Lakers. Marcus Smart, free agent signing. DeAndre Ayton, free agent signing. Rui Hachimura traded for.
Well, I've told this,
obviously the Luka deal.
I've told this story a bunch, Mace. You're probably sick of me telling it. Brian, I don't know if I've told you and Emily, but I knew Rob Pelinka was never winning Executive of the Year when they didn't give it to him in 2020.
Right.
Because in 2020, that was the year we lost Kobe. And Kobe was Rob's best friend, and Rob was also the godfather to Gigi, and they were both killed in the helicopter crash. Anybody else, in my opinion, would have taken a leave.
Yep.
Because how do you go on after that? Not only did Rob not take a leave, he went down to the bubble.
Yep.
And because we were only allowed to bring a certain amount of people, like Michael and I weren't allowed to go to the bubble, a lot of the staff members weren't allowed to go to the bubble, Rob would go to practice and rebound and collect balls and set up the equipment. We win the title in the bubble in a year we've lost Kobe, where most teams would have folded it up.
Yep.
And Rob had made all those changes that had made the team good, including hiring Frank Vogel, who won the title in his first year, when everybody said, Rob screwed it up, you should have hired Ty Lue, blah, blah, blah. So Rob hires Vogel. They run the table. They lose Kobe. They come back, run the table again, win it all. Rob gets no votes, and they gave it to some guy from the Clippers.
Yeah.
And the Clippers, of course, flamed out early like they do every year. And I knew right then, okay, because Rob was an agent, they're never going to give it to him. And I remember, we had Rob on like a year after that, and they had given it like the next year to a guy from Denver. And Rob said, no, he deserved it. He's really good. Rob's never admitted that he deserved to win it, but I can say it. He can't.
Yeah.
Rob was the 2020 Executive of the Year. I don't care how they voted. It wasn't even close.
And by the way, it should have more than one third place vote this year.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, look at the players that, the Luke Kennard trade, the Marcus Smart signing, the DeAndre Ayton signing.
And by the way, these players were out there for anybody.
Yeah.
Like, I often think about Houston and how much they've struggled without a point guard in this series.
Yep.
If I was a Rockets fan, I would be furious with my GM, Raphael Stone. I'd be furious.
He didn't get a
him.
point guard.
Because think about this. Anybody could have gone and got Luke Kennard. Anybody could have gone and got Drew Holiday. Anybody could have gone and got C.J. McCollum. All right, McCollum and Kennard both moved. Holiday stayed in Portland, but they got Scoot Henderson waiting in the wings there. Drew's probably going to be in another team next year. He's won 2 titles in 2 different cities, one with Milwaukee, one with Boston. He's a consummate pro.
Yep.
Why didn't they go get Drew Holiday? Why didn't they go get Luke Kennard? Why didn't they go get C.J. McCollum?
Yeah.
Those guys,
Well,
knew
especially when
Fred
they knew they
VanVleet was going to be out for the whole year.
They have terrible backcourt issues, and they did nothing to address them at the trade deadline or even after the VanVleet injury.
But then would they be redundant once VanVleet is ready to play next season? Maybe they're thinking about
but worry about next season.
No, but all
next
these
season,
guys,
right?
Kennard and McCollum, were all on deals that are expiring.
Yeah.
You're right. It was a bad mistake by the Rockets.
Yes.
And they may get away with it if they come back and become the first team ever to come back from 03. But I think I think this series is as much about the Lakers winning it as it is the Rockets losing it. I think the Rockets had a real opportunity here with no.
Well, the KD thing is totally screwed.
Well,
I mean, KD unlikely to play now tomorrow night, according to all the sources
Sean
and
said
whatnot.
this morning too. But think about this. I can't remember if I mentioned this to you guys yesterday. In the history of the NBA, there have only been 3 playoff games ever where a team has lost 2 20-point scorers and still won the game. You know what the 3 are? Games 1, 2, and 3, Lakers over the Rockets this year.
Yeah.
It's never happened.
Right.
If you want to talk about Durant being unavailable and how it screwed him, how about Luka and Austin not being available? How's that for screwing your team up?
Yeah, yeah.
The Lakers deserve a ton of credit, especially LeBron, for the way they've handled this, but the Rockets helped them a lot by not being aggressive.
We're going to open the phones. 877-710-ESPN. Lot to talk about. Maybe you got to take on Ty Simpson. Was Sean McVay in on it, or is it all subterfuge?
That's a good word.
Boy, I don't know where these words are coming from
Whenever
today.
you come up with them, they're always good words, and we always check the definitions, and you're always dead right on.
Lakers tomorrow night, Game 5, critical Game 5. Kyle Tucker with the game-winning hit last night for the Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani pitching tonight, but will not be in the lineup as a hitter.
Did they say why?
they have not made clear why. But I would imagine they want Dalton Rushing in the game. Okay, so here's a little thing. Were you watching?
Is Rushing going to be the DH?
I would think Rushing is going to be the DH. Okay, that's what I would expect. But last night, this is the kind of player Rushing is. 9th inning. What did he do as a pinch hitter? He worked a walk. He's got
and turned out to be one of the game-winning runs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, Dalton Rushing is salty and fun and really entertaining. And
yeah, he's kind of like the Dylan Brooks of baseball.
Yeah, he is. He is. 877-710-ESPN. By the way, my computer just popped up and said that I'm using my laptop for an average of 6 hours and 25 minutes a day. Now, that seems excessive.
Well,
But you took your laptop to a party, Mace. That's why.
That is true.
Did you see Los Angeles became the first county to limit screen time in elementary and middle schools?
Oh, good. That's excellent.
If you did that in elementary or middle school, they would take away your device.
Yeah, no, I basically live on this thing. It goes everywhere with me.
Yeah, to the can.
To the can, exactly. To the can we go.
It's funny. I try and get every laptop I buy, I try and get 3 Laker seasons out of it because I abuse the crap out of it.
Sure.
This one is, when I got it, it had a 10-hour battery life. Now it lasts about 3.
Yeah, right.
So I'm kicking and screaming until the end of the year until I can get a new one. But and the new, I always get the Dell XPS 13 because it's super compact. The new one has a 15-hour battery.
Oh, wow.
Let's go.
Excellent. All right, so we got a couple lines open, 877-710-ESPN. Going to do some sports graffiti coming up next. Hey, you've probably shopped or donated at a Goodwill Southern California store, but that's just part of the story.
I just did it. I just literally took something to Goodwill. Shout out to you. Shout out to Pat McClanahan, who is the CEO, my old boss of Goodwill. And Mace, here's what I'll say.
Yep.
As I hijack your spot.
Yes.
It makes you feel good. When I walked in and dropped it off,
sure,
a guy was in there, guy that looked like he was kind of down on his luck, and said, "Are you donating that right now?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Are there any like clothes I could wear with a suit?" I go, "There's a suit and a tie and belts and shoes all in that box.
Yeah.
If it's okay with the people running the store, I'll give it to you right now." And they said, "Sure."
Yeah.
And you can change somebody's life when you do that.
Absolutely. And by the way, Everyday Goodwill is helping people build better futures through job training and career placement and support services for veterans and youth and anyone working to get back into the workforce. They're not just a store, they're a pathway to opportunity. And now, through their partnership with Verizon Skill Forward, you can access free online college courses to learn new skills, earn credentials, and take the next step in your career, all at your own pace. Whether you're looking to grow, start fresh, or give back to your community, Goodwill is here to make it happen. So whether you want to help or get help, Goodwill Southern California is ready for you. For more information, visit powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by Goodwill Southern California and Verizon Skill Forward. Your call's coming up next, 877-710-ESPN. Mason in Ireland, 710-ESPN.
The home of Rams football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
Cap sent me a picture of his protein on Saturday morning, though.
Yeah, I was proteining up.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Eggs are great, but you got to mix Greek yogurt in with them to really get a punch. Eggs don't have a ton of protein because they're small.
I took 3 eggs. I took 3 sausage patties.
Nice.
And then I took a big scoop of protein powder. And I put it into a little bit of almond milk and some blueberries, and I mixed it all up.
Nice.
And I got myself that much more protein.
Oh, beautiful.
Good job, guys.
We're protein boys.
Yeah, we used to be island boys. Now we're protein boys. That's exactly right. We just need some new wigs.
What's the accent for that one?
I don't know, but you know what we do need? If we're going to be the protein boys, you know what we need? We need shirts that have, like, abs. So, like, when we show up places, we just wearing one of those shirts that look like we're not.
You were going to say we need
we're
shirts that say protein boys.
The protein boys.
Oh, Beto's already making them.
The morning show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
Head to Waba Grill for $5 happy hour, weekdays after 3 p.m. and try our new Chili Crisp Dumplings, paired with a premium beverage drink, like our new Strawberry Watermelon Lemonade Energy Refresher, both for just $5, only at Waba Grill.
Hyundai of Glendale is now open, and your next Hyundai is waiting. Lease a brand new 2026 Tucson SC for just $199 a month plus tax for 24 months. Includes owner's assurance and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Check out Hyundai of Glendale. Call 818-222-8000 or visit HyundaiofGlendale.net.
24 months at 7,500 miles per year. $41.99 due at signing. Tax, title, license, and dock fees extra. One at this payment. 5NMJ, A3DE, 4TA 715229. MSRP $31,150.
Harry Douglas here. Let me ask you something. What if you can enjoy the taste of a cocktail, the warmth of a spirit, and still stay fully in control? That's RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category. RK delivers bold flavor and a real warming sensation with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and zero calories. Perfect for nights out, social gatherings, or anytime you want the experience of a drink without sacrificing tomorrow. Check it out at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, all the flavor, none of the alcohol.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com.
That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
103 on a live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. Here we go. Yeah. This is the time every day at 877-710-ESPN. You get to talk to legends, Hall of Famers, royalty. It is time for Sports Graffiti. What?
I don't handle compliments well.
Really?
Right,
you love compliments.
Yeah, I do love them, but I
we
don't handle them
We
well.
may have an exciting moment.
What?
We think Emily fixed the phone.
Oh, no.
So you take the first call, and I'll take the second call. Normally, the dirty little secret about our building is that half this stuff doesn't work.
Yeah, no, our engineering team is...
Well, we got a new engineering team.
Yeah,
well,
that's great.
Normally, our engineering team is you or Bergman. You guys will come in and you're like the Fonz. You hit it with your hand, and the thing works.
Hey, listen, I like to give the Fonzie every once in a while.
There you go.
All right, so Mace, you take the first one. I'll take the second one. If they both work, Emily, you've successfully fixed the phones.
Okay.
We'll see.
Got 2 lines open, 877-710-ESPN. Here's the button. Cameron in Lake Forest, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, man?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So I guarantee Lakers will 5. Everybody will calm down. And will Michael be in tomorrow? Because I agree with Meg. She shouldn't have done that. I don't like the personal business out there.
Yeah, that's Mike. I'll give you a preview. That'll be Michael's position.
Don't put your personal business
out
there.
You can break up or get together, do whatever you want. Just don't tell everybody about it.
I want to know about it, or at least just Megan tell me. I would like to know about it.
DM you?
Well, you know me. Normally, I'm big on gossip, but maybe because this hits a little close to home.
It does hit close home.
Stop tweeting.
All right.
Now here we go.
Yeah, phone number 2.
All right. If this works, Emily, you've successfully fixed the phones. Jimmy in El Segundo.
Wow.
Jimmy, you're on Sports Graffiti.
Maybe Emily could be our engineer now.
What's up, Jimmy?
Yeah, so here's a problem and a solution, okay?
Got it.
The real problem with Ty Simpson is that you have a 5-year contract on a rookie deal, typically, if he drafts a quarterback in the first round. But if McVay is right and Stafford plays 2 more years, which is what he's entitled to do, that means that, tell me if this sounds familiar, Ty Simpson will play in year 3, and after 1 year of playing, we're not going to have to determine whether or not to draft him in the first round. We're going to have to determine whether or not to pay him like a franchise quarterback, because you don't want him to go to year 5 on his rookie deal. Then he has all the leverage. So here's the solution. Get Juwan Jones now. He's the wide receiver 3 we should have drafted. We go to the Super Bowl and win it, and Matthew Stafford walks off at the end of the year as a champion. What do you guys think?
Jimmy, I don't hate it, but let me ask you this. Juwan Jennings is a free agent, but so is Debo.
So is Ty Hill.
Wouldn't you rather have Debo?
No.
Yeah, so's Ty Hill.
No.
Okay, all right, so of those 3, Tyreek Hill, Debo Samuel, Juwan Johnson, who do you want first, Jimmy?
Absolutely, Juwan Jennings. He's already a wide receiver 3. Debo is injury prone. So is Tyreek. Those guys are both drama queens. Juwan Jennings is a workhorse. and he's got cool hair. So
there you go. Okay,
cool hair counts for something.
All right,
And Juwan has torched the Rams before, so maybe get the guy that's hurt you.
Although I would be interested to see McVay being able to move Debo around the field to do
that's what I was thinking too.
Debo has gone downhill the past couple.
He did not have a good year last year. That's fair. Let's go to Dave in Lancaster.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Hey,
Dave,
pressed the wrong
I hit the wrong button. Dave, you're on Sports Graffiti.
We're
What are
just
you
so
doing,
shocked
man?
the phones work. Hey, Dave.
Hey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for taking my call. Yeah, I just wanted to rewind a little bit, talk about the Kings. I know Kopitar, that was a big thing yesterday, so I hung up after that. But I wanted to bring up, the past 4 years, they've been facing the Oilers.
Yep.
So all of a sudden, okay, now they don't have to face the Oilers in the first round. Who do they face? The number one team, the Avs. They get swept. Everything they did during the offseason was for nothing. I have a suggestion. I'm not sure if Luke is coming on today for a replacement coach.
Yep.
Because I'm not sure if they're going to hire this intern. You got Peter DeBoer is still out there, and Bruce Cassidy. You got two great coaches sitting out there. You got to revamp the Kings, put some juice, maybe go get Darcy Kemper from my Washington Capitals. He's going to be a free agent. You got to do something, because look at what the Ducks are doing with the first-year coach, the coach from the Chicago Blackhawks that won all those Stanley Cups. I mean, the Kings got to do something and put some juice back in the team. It's a great environment. I've gone to a couple of home Kings games to watch my Capitals. It's a great fan base, but they got to get a coach and get something out there for the fans. I feel bad for the Kings fans. They got swept.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, when you're the 8th, you play the best team in the conference, and the Avs are definitely that. They are fast, and the Kings couldn't handle that. I do think that they made an interesting move that extends past this year. The acquisition of Artemi Panarin is going to have an impact next year, too, and I don't know what they're going to do at head coach, at least not yet.
That was good. You've been working with Zamboni, haven't you?
I have been. He's been my hockey tutor.
Ah, beautiful.
Let's go to Mike in Irvine. Hi, Mike. You're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, man?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm excited to watch the Lakers close it out tomorrow night, but I wanted to ask John if he knows how much DeAndre Ayton pays to watch the game from that great position on the floor that he has. It's been so frustrating watching the rest of the team really, 80% of the team amp up their defense, and Ayton just watches the game on both ends of the floor.
Well, are you talking about Mike in Game 4? Because in Games 1, 2, and 3, he was actually pretty good.
Right, and he did the scoring in Game. He was the only guy who could score in Game 4.
He's better, but defensively he doesn't get into position blocking out. He doesn't put his hands up. I mean, even Jackson Hayes is getting deflections. He's getting tips, and he's creating more havoc in the lane. Whereas if you just focus on Ayton, he's watching the game at both ends of the floor.
Okay.
And getting the occasional alley-oop, and that's been very frustrating.
All right. By the way, he's got a very tough cover. Alpi Sengun is really good. And he commits many, many offensive fouls that do not get called. Sort of flops into the middle and uses that Euro step. And
even Sunday when he got ejected, some people think unfairly. He had 19 points and 10 rebounds.
Right.
And he did a good job on Sengun in games 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And, Sengun kind of got off in 3 and 4, but Sengun's really good.
He is really good.
I actually think Ayton's been a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, no, I actually am encouraged by Ayton because I think he's done, especially you pointed out games 1 and 2, did a good job on Sengun. Let's go to Joe in Torrance. Joe, you're on Sports Graffiti. What are you doing, man?
I'm just sitting here at the beach looking at the ocean.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful today.
Oh, man, I wish I was you.
It sounds good, man.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I listened to you guys talk about this Rams situation, and, they're one of the best-run managed organizations out there. They went to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff. Les Snead and McVay knew he wasn't the guy. Who trades the guy that takes you to the Super Bowl for somebody else, and they get Matthew Stafford? If anybody believes that all of these guys are not on the same page, Les Snead, Sean McVay, Matthew Stafford, Ty Simpson, talking about what the plan is going forward before they draft him. I think it's crazy. They've had the conversation. The reason they're so good is because they're very good at communicating and doing the things they do. I am 100% sure that McVay, Snead, everybody talked in advance and knew you're going to sit on the bench and you're going to be our insurance for a couple of years. If you play, you play. If you don't, you're ready in a couple of years. To say that anybody's upset about it, I just think is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thanks. He's with me. It was all acting, John. It was acting. Sean McVay delivered a masterclass on Thursday night after they selected Ty Simpson in the first round.
Let's go to Brandon in Inglewood. Hey, Brandon, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, what's up, boys?
What's up, man?
I just want to say Running Point was great. Love season 2. Looking forward to season 3. Want to see John actually make an appearance. Secondly, Austin Reaves, right? I mean, I was listening to DeAndre on Lakers Talk, and people were saying they think he's going to disrupt the team if he comes back. I think that's ridiculous. I think he puts people in their natural positions. I think he definitely needs to come back. They need him to give a boost. There's a crack in the armor there with the Lakers, a little bit showing, and Austin Reaves going to cover that. And finally, I think they should come back with the Mamba uniforms. Let me know what you guys think.
Okay. Well, the Mamba uniforms everybody loves. Yeah. That would be a really easy thing to do. In terms of Reaves, I don't know if he's going to start. My guess is he probably won't.
No, he is. JJ, through the year when a guy's coming back from injury, has tended to bring somebody in off the bench as opposed to starting.
And Kennard and Smart have been really good. Until the last game, they've been like one of the main reasons why the Lakers are up 3-1.
Plus, I kind of want to make sure Austin is playing in those non-LeBron minutes. I think that's really important, too.
By the way, he mentioned DeAndre. Lakers Talk Daily with DeAndre Hawkins. Producer D, Young D.
Yeah.
Chocolate Decadence, as he gets called on Tuesday afternoons.
Oh, wow.
Each weekday at 11 a.m. on our YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles.
Does a great job.
By the way, I have a lot of fun with them because I just, with those guys in the afternoon, you can just do whatever.
Oh, you can just mess with them?
Oh, yeah. And Travis really
Who's the most fun to mess with?
Travis, because he gets really irritated.
Very irritated.
It's like, I have to talk sports.
Wait, he gets more irritated than Sedano?
Yeah, Sedano, it's all a game. Sedano will be calling me 5 minutes after the show. Hey, I'll be like, hey, so did we go too far? Oh, no, don't worry about it. Anyway, I got to tell you about this conversation.
Yeah,
right.
It's all a shtick. But Travis gets really irritated.
Travis gets irritated, yeah. Good.
I'll be listening today.
I can't wait to hear you get him going this afternoon.
Yes, indeed.
All right, coming up next for you, do we own the rights to our own voices? We'll do that coming up next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, Blue Ice Vodka, you heard me talking about him earlier. It's the largest American potato vodka, and it's rated double gold. Most vodka, almost every vodka you've ever had in your life, is made from corn. Blue Ice is made from potatoes, and that's why it's one of the lowest calorie vodkas on the market, gluten-free, non-GMO, crafted to elevate every sip. Their classic potato vodka is just 64 calories per ounce, and it's only one of 3 flavors that they offer. They also have huckleberry and double espresso. When Blue Ice says vodka with standards, they mean it. No additives, no artificial flavors, no hidden sugars, just clean, premium vodka. Blue Ice Vodka. Clean, American-made, vodka with standards. You got to ask for it by name. It's available in most bars and restaurants, but I know for a fact you can get it in most grocery stores. I picked some up at Ralph's 2 days ago. Blue Ice Vodka. All 3 flavors are great. Check it out today. Clean, American-made, vodka with standards. Blue Ice.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
Can you drive a stick?
Can you drive a stick?
No.
Not very well.
No.
There you go. Okay.
Not very well.
D? No.
I've done it. I have driven
You're
one.
gonna need
us. No. You're gonna need us.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
Why are we gonna need you? You can't drive stick. You're gonna need us. When your electric cars break down, you're gonna need us.
You said you can't do it, right?
I've tried. I haven't done it successfully, but I can drive a stick.
Stalled out in the middle.
You think you're gonna get like divine intervention the next time you get behind the wheel?
I did break Briones' car.
It's all about the weight distribution between the clutch and the gas.
Oh my God! Don't ever let him near one of your cars.
I can smell the clutch burning
I was
already.
just gonna weight distribution.
Wait,
yeah, you
want to hear? I hear the.
Travis, why would you let him behind the wheel?
I don't care.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
Harry Douglas here. Let me ask you something. What if you can enjoy the taste of a cocktail, the warmth of a spirit, and still stay fully in control? That's RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category. RK delivers bold flavor and a real warming sensation with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and zero calories. Perfect for nights out, social gatherings, or anytime you want the experience of a drink without sacrificing tomorrow. Check it out at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, all the flavor, none of the alcohol.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
$118 on a Live Imaging Tuesday, presented by Providence. I feel like we're about to do What's Up, Clones? Welcome back.
Grab a vine, swing on through.
This is also on the Vrabel Diana playlist.
It is. Yeah, this was when Mike was struggling with Tennessee, a 4-game losing streak. Diana put a playlist together on Spotify, and
I think it's very nice of her.
Yeah, it's very nice.
It is a Live Imaging Tuesday.
Friend, good reporter.
She's just a good reporter. She's just doing her job. Live Imaging Tuesday, presented by our friends at Providence.
You know, if she was selling government trade secrets, maybe I'd feel differently. But she works in sports.
It's just sports.
Who cares who sleeps with who?
It's just sports. Sports.
So we have dedicated our life to. We find it important.
Yeah. Oh, it is true. We do make our living at it. So Taylor Swift has filed 3 trademark applications for sound bites of her voice, including her saying, "Hey, it's Taylor Swift," and an iconic Eras Tour image expanding her intellectual property protections in the digital age. Because there are deep fakes, and there are people that use Taylor Swift's voice. Matthew McConaughey is out there.
I sent you guys that video that somebody did where Maury Povich had Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini on his set, and he goes, "You are the father." And it was so real, obviously it was fake.
Yeah.
But it looked so real, I couldn't get over it. So I understand what she's doing, but hey, it's Taylor sounds like a pretty generic thing to try and trademark.
But it's her saying, "Hey, it's Taylor." It's like her voice that she wants to own.
So, but here's my question: isn't she already trademarked? Like, do people not have a copyright on themselves?
I mean, clearly not. We see all the time on Twitter or stuff. They have the Sean McVay deep fakes where it sounds like he's saying something at a press conference, but it's not him. It sounds
looks
like
completely real and sounds completely real.
You can't tell until you actually hear what he's saying. It's like, oh, clearly he didn't say that. Otherwise, people would be going crazy. So clearly, Sean McVay doesn't have the rights to his voice. Otherwise, they would take all that down.
Well, would he? Sean probably doesn't care. But if you did care, could you have gotten her or whoever it is to take that down, the Sean McVay deepfakes?
I think there are things that someone can make him say that would make him care. So I feel like this is something that all people that are in the public eye will eventually need to copyright the sound of their own voice saying these things so that they aren't deepfaked.
Yeah, boy, there is so much floating around out there. By the way, still reeling from the Lakers loss to the Rockets in Game 4. Let DeAndre Hawkins, Young D, ease your pain on the Lakers Talk Daily every weekday morning, 11 a.m. on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. You get in-depth breakdown of what the Lakers are doing well and what they need to work on to finish off the Rockets. That's 11 a.m. tomorrow. ESPN LA YouTube channel, your home of Lakers basketball. All right, so you pulled this piece of sound, Matt Barnes, talking about LeBron.
Okay, so in my continuing attempt to get Laker fans to appreciate LeBron more, because half of the fans don't like him,
but after this, you've got to think that's changed, right?
I mean, seriously.
Well, here's another piece of evidence to build my case.
Yeah.
If you think about the greatest players in basketball history, the three that most fans in LA focus on are Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron.
Yes.
So what's the difference between those three players? Here's Steven Jackson explaining, because Jackson played against all three of them. Here's Steven Jackson explaining the difference. And again, this is why LeBron is so valuable.
When you play against MJ, you in awe. It's like, is this real? I'm really playing against this, like, is you in awe. When you play against Kobe, it's a fear. You know, it's like, man, he's really trying to embarrass you. You know what I'm saying? When you play against Braun, it's just like, there's nothing you can do. Okay? You know what I'm saying? It's like, who is this man real? Like when you stand next to him.
But especially if he hitting his jumper too. If he
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing you can do, bro.
Chance.
He bigger than you. He faster than you. He's stronger than everything, bro. So that's how I explain it. You know what I'm saying? You scared of Kobe.
The only thing I had better than Braun was hair.
You in awe, Jordan.
That was
you know what I'm saying? So you can dig that, right?
Yeah,
you in awe, Jordan. You scared of Kobe, and you just like hopeless with Braun.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know at this point. First of all, if you're watching the series, how can you not be just amazed by what LeBron is doing? We are not here without LeBron. And I think if you don't appreciate what he's doing now, shame on you, because this is going to be a major accomplishment when nobody thought you could beat Houston.
Nobody except Mark Spears.
Nobody except Mark J. Spears. Nobody. And LeBron has found a way to win these games. We are where we are because of him. And honestly, if you don't get that at this point, you're kind of an a-hole.
Well, and you're missing out on a great ride.
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
These games have been ridiculously fun, and it's because of LeBron. And I know that they may run into a buzzsaw in the next round, but why not enjoy it while it's going on?
Yeah, enjoy the moment. Hey, look, we're about to, tomorrow night, Game 5, chance to punch our ticket for the second round. And yes, Oklahoma City is looming, but enjoy the moment. Tomorrow night should be fun.
Even in Game 3, I believe it was when Bronny had a late assist from LeBron. I like seeing this.
Oh, it's fun.
I know I've probably not been the most celebratory of Bronny James being on the Lakers, but it's really cool to see this happen where Bron literally created a player to play with.
Yes.
He created a teammate.
Yeah.
Well, there was a text going around that said Bronny scored 5 points in Game 3, and the Lakers won by 4.
I mean,
and so the conclusion this comedian came to was the Lakers literally don't win this game if LeBron didn't have sex.
That's hilarious.
Which is true.
Yeah, no, that's
the most
true.
basic part.
Yeah,
You know, I'm really proud of Bronny. I think he's been great.
He's been terrific and playing real minutes.
What is up with KD?
Yeah.
The fact that he's going to be probably, quote unquote, uncertain to play tomorrow. Like, what's going on with that?
Well, I don't want to question when somebody's injured, because apparently this is, according to the Rockets, this is an injury that would keep him out multiple weeks during the regular season. So I do understand why he's not playing, but I don't know if I'm the Rockets, I want to be in the Kevin Durant business anymore. Who does want to be in the Kevin Durant business? I mean,
I think he has to go to a team where he's not the focus of the offense, even though he's an elite offensive player. He's not a leader. He doesn't talk. He's basically like Kawhi.
But, John,
you know where he would be really welcome?
Where?
Detroit.
Oh, yeah, no, they need a secondary scorer.
It's Cade Cunningham's team. Jalen Duren's on the rise, but they need a second scorer.
Yeah.
But that's the role he's got to go to. He's got to go to a team that needs offense, needs scoring, but doesn't need leadership.
It would be Durant.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, Durant.
Duren.
Oh, that's good. And that is really good.
That was well done.
Yeah.
See,
nice
Pistons,
work.
listen to me. Maybe I'll get KD. But, yeah, KD's, if this is what the rest of his career is, where he bops from one team to the other, where these teams are believing he is the savior, he's going to come, they're going to win a championship, they're going to be competitive, and then they aren't. It's just kind of a sad way for one of the greats of this generation to kind of do the latter half of his career.
Well, especially when he did play in this series, he, even though he's been in the league, 17 years, doesn't know how to handle a double team.
Yeah, had 9 turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, how do you not? I mean, he's been double teamed a lot in his career. How can you look that fooled?
By the way, turnovers are going to be the one thing the Lakers need to figure out. They had 24 in Game 4. They had 21 in Game 3. if you turn it over against Oklahoma City, you're dead.
Oh, God. Yeah, they will
They're-
steamroll you.
Yeah, they're just super fast. They get out on the break, and they play a pretty intense defense with Shea and Caruso.
Yep.
And
Lou Dort
and Chet Holmgren
Yep.
are all elite defensive players. So that's one thing to watch tomorrow night. Can they get that turnover number down? Because by the time they play OKC, they have to get it down.
Right.
You have to be under 15 or you're dead.
Well, LeBron has back-to-back games where he had 8+ turnovers.
Yeah.
And that's the first time in his playoff career he's done that.
And he has the ball a lot, so I think it'll get better.
That, by the way, has the ball a lot, and now Austin Reaves, if he comes back tomorrow night, takes some of the heat off LeBron.
I will say, so the guy who pointed out yesterday, like that I was misconstruing the offensive rebounds, is right in the fact of when you shoot more, the other team will get more offensive rebounds.
Correct.
So LeBron is passing the ball a lot, has a lot of assists. Therefore, there's probably going to be a lot of turnovers. So I think that also is his usage rate goes up because of his amount of turnovers.
But,
So
I will tell you this about the Rockets. They are the best offensive rebounding team I have ever seen, college or pro.
Yep.
I've never seen a team go to the offensive glass, all 5 of them, like these guys do. And I don't understand how they don't get burned the other way with a lot of fast break points because nobody's getting back. But Ime Udoka doesn't care. He thinks they're going to get the most of those rebounds.
Yeah.
So he says, don't worry about getting back. Go get the ball.
Right. And they get more
And
shot
I wonder if
opportunities.
teams are going to copy that moving forward.
Yeah.
Because they're young and they're athletic and they, guys like Jabari Smith and Şengün and
Amen Thompson,
yeah,
all those guys.
I mean, they're
yeah.
all just rebounding freaks. So
Yep.
that's something the Lakers got to get under control.
All right, coming up next, an update on Edwin Diaz, and there is a rodent problem, John, in Anaheim.
Of course there is.
We will
Are
do
you
that.
saying that because I live in Anaheim?
Well, that
and there's another
you
famous
are-
mouse in Anaheim.
Yeah, we got a lot of mice. This is a rat. We'll talk about it coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Jacob Ramrani, who will be here a little bit later on today, is the guy if you are involved in an accident. So I was talking to Jacob last week, and one of the things he said that is really, really big right now are accidents with commercial vehicles and trucks. When that happens, if that happens, you've got to make sure you deal with Jacob because he's going to handle the insurance. They've got all kinds of different insurance if they're a commercial truck, and you've got to have somebody who can figure that out and get you the settlement that you deserve.
And I can't stress this enough. You only pay Jacob if he wins.
Yep.
Think about that. You only pay him if he wins. So this is a no obligation, no cost phone call. And here's the number: 800-345-6789. 800-345-6789.
So easy.
A free consultation, no obligation case review. And again, can't stress this enough. No fee, zero, unless he wins.
And by the
What
way,
do you got to lose?
If you've got a case already and the attorney has gotten sketchy on you, Jacob will give you a second opinion.
He does it all the time.
Again, that number, 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789. Or call jacob.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
You never know what you're going to get when you wake up with Sedano and Cap.
Way to go, young fella. Proud of this kid, man. Really am. So, way to go, Bronny. That is an incredible story that we're watching develop right now. What do you think about that, George?
I agree with you. Listen, I tried to tell you guys mocked me when I told you he was balling out in the G League. And you guys are like, yeah, the G League.
It's the morning show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Spring has sprung at Morongo, and you'll make memories you'll never share with your grandchildren. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Canyon Lane's bowling experience. It's not just bowling, it's a 10-pin party.
Number 2.
Hollywood Stones, playing tribute to the Rolling Stones, Thursday, May 7th.
And the number 1 reason.
Gas prices blow, but not at Morongo Travel Center. They're low, usually at least $1 lower than anywhere else.
Morongo, good times.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Evan Cohen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app, share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required, not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
132 on a live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. Mason in Ireland. Biggest show on the radio. Such a great playlist.
Such a great playlist.
You can't stop, Jack. You can't stop.
This is part of the playlist that Diana Rossini sent some guy named Mike. I have
Maybe
no
they
idea
should have
who.
stopped. Maybe they should have listened.
Well, they could
Yes.
stop. Sometimes you just can't stop, man. You know?
So-
you get all wound up.
So there's a report in the Daily Mail, John. So is that a legit place?
That's a gossip site, and it'll
Okay.
say anything. So everybody treat this with like the biggest grain of salt possible.
But sometimes they're right?
Sometimes they're.
Yeah. So they are suggesting, and they said Robert Kraft is very, very loyal, has no intention of moving on from Mike Vrabel. But if he did, for some reason, if this quote-unquote scandal got worse, that they might consider bringing in Mike Tomlin to coach the Patriots.
Which is interesting. I mean, anybody'd love to have Tomlin, but let's talk about whether or not Mike Vrabel deserves to be removed from his job. Why?
Just he lied. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
The reason is he lied.
But don't most people lie about sex? Like if I walked up to one of you guys and I said, Chris, did you sleep with that girl? You might just out of deference to not kissing and telling say, no, when you totally did. You know, that everybody lies about sex.
He did, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that girl, yeah, but
that
not,
girl,
not
yeah,
other
he
girls.
did.
But listen, Mason and I once had a weird night.
We
I
did
mean,
not
these things
have a
happen.
weird
These
night.
things
That
happen,
is a
man.
ridiculous thing
It's
to
not-
say.
it's not
There was
crazy.
never a weird night under any circumstances.
We were all wound
didn't
up.
happen in your imagination.
I created a playlist.
Yeah.
What was that playlist name?
Yeah,
Can't stop.
Can't stop.
Can't stop.
There you go.
It apparently meant more than one thing.
Hey, top athletes, big moments, one night. Travis
Look
Rogers.
at Mason rush to get to the liner now.
Travis Rogers, host of the OC Sports Awards, June 18 at Angels Stadium. Celebrate greatness. Be part of Orange County's premier sports night. Get your tickets now at theocsportsawards.org. So, John.
Speaking of Angel Stadium.
They have shut down part of Angel Stadium because of...
Well, luckily they have a lot of empty seats, so it's not hard to shut it down. But
because of a rodent infestation.
Of course they do.
I mean, come on.
Let's see if Roger Lodge texts you now during the show.
Oh, yeah, after that?
Come on, Halo Hawks.
Hey, does Roger text you during the show?
He did that one day.
He texted me recently when you were gone.
And I was here.
And Joe Adele made 3 game-saving catches in one game.
Right.
And I said on the radio, I think it's the best defensive performance by an outfielder in baseball history. I mean, think about it. What else could you do?
Rob 3 home runs,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable. And Roger immediately piggybacked on that and said, it's without doubt the greatest. You don't even have to hesitate. It's the greatest defensive performance. Roger, anything pro Angels, he's all in on.
Well, the rat thing is something different altogether. Now, I will say...
My guess is it does not come up on Roger's show today, the rat
And apparently it has been taken care of.
It's been vanquished.
Yes, the rodents are out.
Yes,
There's
good.
only one mouse in Anaheim.
I'm telling you, having lived in New York, there are places where there are rats as big as a dog. Seriously. Big as a dog. You're like, there goes a dog. No, it was a rat. They are huge.
I was walking in New York last Christmas time.
Yep.
And I yelped when I saw a rat. My friend was like, what? It's New York. I'm like, it's still a rat.
Yeah, it is New York.
I don't want a rat around me.
Yeah. Okay, now let me ask you a hypothetical.
Yes.
So, let me see if I can phrase this the right way. So, Juan and I work out at the same place.
Okay.
Together or separate?
Separate.
Okay.
Separate. He saw a roach run out the door. Okay?
Of the gym. Okay.
He says that means the restaurant on each side he would never eat at because he saw that
Interesting.
thing. Does that make sense?
It does. I wouldn't be
they're
as
all over the
extreme
place.
as he is.
He's like black and white. Nope, I saw it. It's over.
So you don't have any roaches in your house?
None.
Really?
No.
So in your
do this.
pipes, you don't
Are
think
going,
that there's roaches?
Are you going back to that gym?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Check the letter grades on those 2 restaurants for me and tell me
yeah,
what
I
they
will.
come up with.
You love those restaurants, Em.
Okay.
And a lot of those restaurants in New York have plenty of roaches.
Oh, yeah,
What if it's a bar and not a restaurant? Would you go to the place if it's a bar, not a restaurant?
Probably.
Do they serve food in the bar?
You don't eat the food.
Yeah, then why not?
Because I went to a place in Silver Lake, I won't say this place, and there was a big old one crawling around, but I just drink there.
Yeah, it was one. It's not like there was one. They're all over the place. I don't have them in my house. You know where I had them was at that place at the beach. When I was at the beach.
What's the beach?
There were
Plus, you were getting into all kinds of stuff.
Well, you're in Venice. It's not. I mean, there's probably roaches.
Oh, there. We had an infestation at my condo building. That's one of the reasons we left. We might still be there had it not been for the roaches.
There was a restaurant near your old house, the one you're talking about, called Enterprise Fish Company.
I know Enterprise
that was
Fish
really
Company.
good.
Yeah.
So I hope, but you being infested doesn't mean that place. Well, it's
No.
It was
done.
gone.
It is gone.
Yeah.
Would you eat in your own place if you had seen a roach in your home?
In your home?
Yeah.
Yes.
You have no. I'm not moving over.
Well, then
a
why
roach.
not eat at the restaurant? If you see one
And
roach
let
in
me
your own
ask
home,
you know exactly where I'm talking about.
I know.
Will you eat at either of those restaurants? You will.
I love those places. I'm going to eat there again.
They are
and I'll
good.
eat there today. I'll eat there today.
They are good. All right, so I got an update on Edwin Diaz. First of all, we should mention Mason Miller. His scoreless inning streak ended for the Padres last night in a weird ball.
Best reliever in baseball, though not close.
But was that a foul?
I think that was foul.
Yeah.
The ball that dribbled up the line, I think that was foul.
It was non-reviewable. That's BS. You can, if you have a camera angle, you can review it.
Yeah, I don't know why that's not one of the reviewable things in a baseball game.
I
But
find that so
thought,
dumb.
I thought it was a foul ball.
I hate replay, but I don't understand why everything's not reviewable.
Exactly. They do that all the time in football. It's like, okay, this thing isn't reviewable. Well, you have all the angles, and you could review it on a replay.
If you're going to make us sit through these preposterous review delays, you might as well make
Although
everything
baseball
reviewable.
is not terrible with their delays. They're not terrible
Well, the
with
ball strike thing is fantastic.
That's just great. That's just great. Just tap the head. That's it. And you're getting a review. But I do think that baseball does the best job of moving past reviews very, very quickly.
Yeah,
they don't take a long time.
They're like tennis.
Yeah. Now, Edwin Diaz, talking about our closer, his elbow is a best-case scenario. He said he is 100% confident he will return to his all-star form this season. Edwin Diaz says he was at the park the other day. Right now, just a couple of days after surgery, I can move my arm really good. My range of motion is completely back to normal, and that's something I like. Just get stronger and be ready for the second half. Now, Greg thinks
Bergman on the morning show.
Yeah, says
on the Chris Morales morning show.
It's a great show.
Yeah, that's what I hear. No, I've listened.
Well, it is good.
Yeah, no, I've listened. It is good. It is good.
It's tight.
People are talking.
We like to keep it tight.
People are talking about it. But Bergman thinks they're just resting Edwin Diaz. They're going to take advantage of this and say, Edwin, we don't really need you till August.
I can see that.
By the way, you could also hear Bergman on the Blue Review.
Blue Review.
Each weekday morning, 6:30 a.m., presented by LAX. Him and Marcus Grant. That Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
Marcus Grant.
And so he was saying this because this is not, the loose bodies is not new for Edwin.
Correct.
Diaz. They have been around him since 2012. And so Greg put it out there. His conspiracy is that the loose bodies were maybe bothering him, but he could have pushed through it if he wanted to. But they decided, hey, get your surgery. And Clapper, even either with our show or their show last week, said he doesn't need 3 months to recover from a loose body surgery. It's actually something he can come back quicker, but they're going to have it be 3 months so that he's ready to go.
Okay, but he was ineffective. I mean, he blew a save, was gone for 9 days, and then gave up runs again.
Which is why the grand conspiracy, hey, take a beat, come back in a couple months, and then you'll be fresh and ready to go.
Okay, Dr. M. You think
this is Greg. I'm saying what Greg said.
But I believe the loose body story.
Yes, but it's something that's been around since 2012, and that has maybe an excuse to get it done.
Yeah.
Maybe something that has been bothering him, but not playing well, and maybe it's bothering you more than usual. Let's just get your surgery done now.
Right. By the way, last night 4 scoreless innings from the bullpen, which was encouraging. Tanner Scott a couple of strikeouts. Vesey
And Dreyer
struck out the
kind of
side.
got it together,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, and then that guy Eater got his first win last night on the
Beef stew's coming back soon, I think.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
He was pitching with the Ontario Tower Buzzers.
Yeah.
Let's cut it up.
When are we doing the Tower Buzzers thing? Do we have a date where Travis and I are going to do play-by-play of an Ontario?
Laura question, I'm assuming, because she's so involved with the Tower Buzzers.
You're cool with that, right?
I don't. Yeah, go knock yourself out.
Some night where we don't have any.
My only question when it was brought up to me was, where do they broadcast now? Do they broadcast somewhere?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
Well, we could put it on our area.
Yeah, then we'd have to pay people to be there, YouTube it.
Yeah, like if that's what my question was, is like.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like if you said, hey,
can we do it on a Comrex and.
Well, yeah, but again, where are we putting it on our app? Like we just got to figure out those logistics. That's all.
I think we should put it on the radio.
Like for instance, if you said, hey, I'm going to do the Lakers game tonight instead of John Ireland.
Yes.
Like that, we already are doing that.
Dipsy-doo between the legs.
Because then you also have
to get a dipsy-doo.
I don't know if the Tower Buzzers are already doing a broadcast somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something. So we'll figure it out.
Okay,
Hey, Mace, do another blind drop.
Blind soundboard, okay.
What's up, Foo?
Oh.
Hey,
that's cute.
Maite.
Another
one? Producer Jorge is part of the Chris Morales morning show.
I know. Weekday morning, 7 a.m. to 9 on the radio, and then YouTube only hour at 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, one more.
Oh, one more random.
Esquivoso.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Pepe is
what
Italian
does that mean?
drop.
It's esquivoso, like a scumbag, sleazeball. That's part of my life source read.
Yeah.
I go, don't be a city water sleazeball, and then we hit the Pepe esquivoso.
Esquivoso.
Pepe is great in drops. In real life, hit or miss.
No, come on.
But in drops, he's amazing.
You know how I listen to Pepe?
It's on the tape.
It's on the tape.
There you go. All right, coming up next for you, Les Snead was on Pat McAfee talking about why the Rams did what they did. We got that coming up for you next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
When you were playing running back, was this like a refrigerator Perry situation, or was this you were the best running back option?
Back then, running back was the thing. When you were playing football, I'm Marcus Allen. I'm Earl Campbell.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
But were you
want to play running back.
A lot bigger than the other guys out there?
No, we're like 99 pounds. We have to be the same weight. When I said I wanted to play running back, they gave me this look like, all right, here's your shot. Go ahead. Dive, pitch, fumble, get your butt
How
back
did the first 3 plays go?
I think I gained about 6 yards.
It's not a great average.
I was so scared running through there, Travis. I have a high school.
I'm scared of watching football. Yeah, much less running through that hole. I don't know what's waiting for me on the other side.
I was screaming the entire. I don't know what happened.
Terrifying.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and live on YouTube.
Hey guys, if you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that could last for weeks. Getting sick right before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and a pharmacy can be really stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Packs to treat wide ranges of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick, at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. You just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook, or you call the telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your bed sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes, and it's shipped to your door. Save $45 with our promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. Promo code is 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710.
One step away from the CONCACAF Champions Cup final.
LAFC!
But standing in the way, Liga MX powerhouse Toluca. This is where it gets real.
LAFC have buried Cruz Azul in the quarterfinal. Then he flips us into the semis.
The Black and Gold return to BMO Stadium for a massive CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinal, leg 1. LAFC face their toughest test yet. Los Angeles Football Club versus Toluca. Coverage begins tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by tax relief advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087. 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087 or simply visit TRA.com.
Really? She had a little Van Halen on there?
Hey!
147 on a live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence.
I wish she would make a playlist for me. I totally dig this playlist.
It's not a bad playlist.
No,
Now, do you think
she's got some time in her hands.
Yes.
Let's all make playlists for each other.
Oh, make playlists for each other.
Yeah.
For Mace, I would have fooled around and fell in love.
This is a very
Listen,
How would you vote by Madonna? You love that song.
very underrated Van Halen song. Dance the Night Away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of songs, my sisters and I. So I'm in 2 weddings in June.
Okay.
I'm a bridesmaid in one, and I'm a maid of honor in the other. And we are deciding the song that the group of bridesmaids come out to. You know, it's a.
Have you picked one yet?
That's the debate that was happening yesterday.
Okay. How about say a little prayer?
No, that's
Okay,
not it.
that's-
So the options.
Because that would be appropriate.
How
'cause-
about It's Raining Men?
Oh, that's good too.
But it's going to be women coming out, so there's no raining men. So the options were Timber by Kesha and Timbaland.
Yeah.
Another one was My Sisters Love the Song Fat Bottom Girls by Queen.
That's awesome.
Oh,
that's
that's
a great
perfect.
song.
I hate that song
Oh, come on.
so
I
much.
think that's such a
Why
good
do you
song.
hate it?
It makes me want to tear my hair out. I
Oh,
hate
then
that
that's the
song.
one. That's
But
the one.
I nixed that one.
You nixed
Okay.
that one.
You're
There
no
is
fun.
another one, but I think we're gonna land on Timber. Oh,
That's
Razor
good.
Glass was another one from
Razor
Pink.
Glass is good.
It was on the Diana
From Pink,
Rossini
yeah.
playlist.
Oh.
Okay.
But what would you guys want besides Fat Bottom Girls? And
what?
All
Playing
right, you
song?
ready? Write this down. You got something to write this down with?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the end. The Doors.
yeah,
find,
maybe
find
not.
that, Brian. Find that song that we get.
Right
here.
We always have
what do you
that
think?
one ready
Walk
to
out
go.
to this.
And then also for my little sister, we're doing a combined speech. So I have 2 other
Can you
sisters.
imagine if they
Trouble.
walked out?
Oh,
Good.
that is so funny.
How about Send in the Clowns?
That's another good one. No,
Yeah.
but seriously, how about something like Shania Twain? What's the one she does
Man,
about
I Feel Like a
women?
Woman?
No. Let's go, girls.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Man, I feel like a woman. I just said that.
Good for you.
Well, did you not hear me?
I did.
Oh.
I did hear
You just went right past it?
Mhm.
Just don't be mad. Don't be mad because
How
I have a
about-
playlist for you.
How about something Beyonce? How about to the left, put all your stuff
Well,
in a
that's
box to
kind
the
of
left?
not great for a
Oh,
wedding.
you're right. That's bad.
Yeah.
And then single ladies, but not all of us are single. Actually, I think I'm the only one. So.
Oh, this raises an interesting question. Are you going to let me in? Are you going to let the one boy into the WNBA fantasy league?
Voted no boys allowed.
No, seriously.
They
No
voted
boys
him
allowed.
out. You've been voted. You've been banned.
Like,
No
ridiculous.
boys allowed.
I think
You've
that
been
would be
banned.
such a novelty to have me in the league. And by the way, I'm a great
Did
team
you tell him
manager.
he's gay?
I did tell
Yeah,
him he's
that
gay.
should count for something.
I did tell him he's gay.
That still
they didn't care.
That didn't impress him.
They didn't
Wow.
care.
I mean, it's not like you're letting me in.
That's
I
right.
mean-
I think if you wanted to get more into WNBA, into the W, we could do a show one and add some people in if we want.
Show WNBA league.
You say you want to get more into WNBA, and fantasy helps you. So
It does help me. Fantasy does teach me a lot. But
we'll think about it.
yeah, we'll
So
think about it.
last night, as you guys know, one of my guilty pleasures is Andy Cohen's Watch What
Sure.
Happens Live.
Oh, by the way, I'm catching up on Rhode Island. Love it.
Okay. Yeah. So you should go back and watch this.
Okay.
Last night on Watch What Happens Live was a Running Point episode with Kate Hudson and Justin Thoreau. So Andy Cohen says to Justin Thoreau, so you must know a lot about basketball. And he goes, I literally know nothing.
Really?
He goes, I'm not a basketball fan. Couldn't tell you anybody. And he points at Kate. He goes, she is. I'm not. And, he plays one of the, in essence, the brothers, that Jeannie had 3 brothers or 4 brothers, and they're all kind of represented on the show. And it was Justin Thoreau's a good actor, man, because
doesn't know basketball.
He says he doesn't know a thing.
That's amazing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And he's pulling it off. But Yeah, so if you're a fan of Running Point and you want to hear what Kate Hudson and Justin Thoreau think of it, watch last night's Watch What Happens Live.
You watched the Jerry West, the logo doc,
I did.
right?
Yeah.
It is one of my favorite docs I've seen in a very long time.
I can't believe how many people they got. They get like everybody.
They had Jordan. They had everybody.
Yeah.
They had everybody talk, and that's Jerry West's final interview in that doc. If you want to hear from Kenya Barris, the director of that movie. Also, by the way, great Blackish, Mixedish, all those shows he did. Black AF, really, really funny guy, and really go deep into Jerry West and his life and his final interview and all that stuff. It's on the Mason Plus podcast. You can get it on the ESPN YouTube channel or on Apple and Spotify.
So speaking of TV,
yeah.
You guys see that Apple dropped the trailer for the new Ted Lasso season that comes out in August?
What do you feel? Are you excited? Or
I
not?
am, just because I think they've always nailed it. I love all those characters. I think Brett Goldstein's great. It looks like they're bringing out. Do you know the hook here?
Yeah, it's a women's soccer team, right?
So the very first scene in the trailer is some old guy on the street says, "Hello, coach. Welcome back." And he says, Thank you very much." He goes, "Sorry to hear you're coaching a bunch of girls, you wanker." And so they're making fun of him for coaching girls soccer.
Yeah.
But that's the rub. And all the coaches are back. Like Brendan Hunt's back.
Yes.
Roy Kent, the guy, Brett Goldstein, Roy Kent's back. Juno Temple's back. Who's the owner? Rebecca Waddington is
I
back.
like her a lot. Yeah,
they're all
Hannah
back.
Waddington.
Hannah, and no, her character's name is Rebecca, and her actual name is Hannah.
Yeah.
So
and she's the Shame woman.
Shame.
Oh, that's right. She is Shame
Game
from
of
Game of Thrones. Now, will you be on that show, Em?
Depends on if I have other shows to watch.
Yeah. Are you going to watch Ted Lasso?
I am.
You know what? I probably am going to, although it's so naive. It is like a different.
It was perfect during COVID.
It was great during COVID.
Yeah.
But that guy that does it is a guy named Bill Lawrence, and he's done he did Shrinking. He did, what else? Rooster.
Yeah, he works
first Ted Lasso.
He works with my guy, Dave Stassen, who created Running Point.
Yeah, there you go. He's really, really sharp guy. So I would give it a shot because of that. And
you know what's great?
What?
Margot's got money problems.
I tried it.
Love that show. It's
I tried
so
it.
good.
Who's the lead?
Elle Fanning.
Oh,
and
I like her.
she plays a girl who ends up getting pregnant out of wedlock with somebody that is. Anyway, I'll let that happen. So she has a baby.
Yep.
And her dad is a former wrestling icon who has now since been retired, and it's played by Nick Offerman.
Yes.
And Michelle Pfeiffer plays her mom.
Yep.
Who's kind of like young grandma, doesn't really want to be a grandma, trying to figure out her life. She's also getting married to Greg Kinnear, which is kind of crazy. Like the names in this are crazy. And then most recent episode, guess who's here? Nicole Kidman.
Oh,
Nicole
really?
Kidman is playing a wrestler.
Wow.
This show is so good, and she starts at OnlyFans to make money.
I'll give it another shot.
Mace, I got to start an OnlyFans.
You know,
just for Bears.
I was thinking we should start an OnlyFans.
We should. You and me together?
Well, did you hear? Did you hear what happened? Shannon Elizabeth from the American Pie movies. She just turned 50.
Yep.
Opened an OnlyFans account last week. She made $1 million in 1 week.
That's crazy. Now, I think we should do it and then just donate all the money to a charity of our choice.
I feel like an OnlyFans for podcasters/radio hosts is just called a Patreon.
What is the difference?
I know, but
there's no real because
can I still get freaky on it?
You could.
Get freaky.
It has to be audio freaky.
Oh,
yeah.
I want to be able to get freaky though.
By the way, you were talking about OnlyFans. Do you know this influencer Sophie Rain?
No,
she's really big.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, listen.
I pay a lot in taxes. I pay 37% of federal taxes, and I paid 83. I made 83 million last year total, so I paid 37% of that.
And then what do you do with like $40 million left over?
I invest it. So I have currently, I'm in the process of getting 3 properties. I have 2, about to have a 3rd in Florida, and I invest it in as much as I can. I'm right now investing into my farm. I have cows that I take care of. That's my dream, is I want to own like a cattle ranch. So I have 12 cows right now that I'm working with on 20 acres, and that's what I do in my free time.
$83 million.
See, that's how much she's made.
That's how much.
How do I not know who this person is?
That's how much she made just in 2025.
What's
she
her name?
Made 83. Sophie.
If I Google her, M, will come up X-rated?
No, I don't know.
Do you know who she is?
Not until Mason was saying this story.
Yeah, Sophie. Well, yeah, I get it.
American internet personality and online content creator.
I get it.
She went viral in 2024 after announcing she had raised $43 million in her first year on OnlyFans.
I mean, this is also what the plot of Euphoria is this season.
Right, that's what Sydney Sweeney's doing, right?
And also a character named Maddie manages OnlyFans participants. I don't know, content creators. And like in Margot's Got Money Problems, what she's doing basically is she's making money by insulting men.
Oh,
the men
okay.
will ask to be insulted. She insults them. They pay her $5, and
Some
then it's
guys
just
are
like
into
over and
that.
over.
Yeah, no,
Chris,
some
you should
guys-
do that. If
yeah.
people are
Insult people?
offering money to insult people, yeah, it'd be perfect.
You would make a boatload of cash
And
if
if
you
I
got
do it
paid
sh-
for insulting people.
if I do it
That's
sh-
your major skill.
If I do it shirtless on a cattle ranch, I can hit a whole different audience.
There you go.
Whole different audience. All right, we're going to do some Fast Track coming up next. We were going to do that Less Need sound. We'll do it after Fast Track. That's coming up. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, Chris, I have a question for you.
You don't want to be a city water sleazeball no more.
That's my question. What do you think of city water in Los Angeles?
I think it's full of toxic chemicals and chlorine. It's disgusting.
That's why you get a Life Source whole house water system. Chris and I have both done this. Life Source cleans and conditions water
Wait a
from
minute,
every
how do
tap.
I get one?
Why can't you just let us have our thing?
No, I'll tell you, Mace.
I'd like good water. I don't want
Mace.
to be a skivosi or
Don't
whatever
be
you
a
call
city
it.
water skivoso.
Mace, write this down. You call 800-WATER-99 or you visit lifesourcewater.com.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. In the month of April, which only has a couple of days left, you got to make sure you ask for the ESPN LA special. You'll get $500 off plus free installation, but you have to ask for it by name. The ESPN LA special. I'm telling you, when you upgrade your water, you upgrade your life. I did it. I'm never going back. Better showers, better drinking water, just better all around. Life Source Water, 800-WATER-99, or visit lifesourcewater.com. It's not just better, it's essential. This offer ends April 30th. Warranty limitations apply. Life Source Water, lifesourcewater.com.
Don't be a city water sleazeball, Jack.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
George, how do you like the fact that Chris just gives you, just hand delivers, silver platters this thing, like that you're running this whole operation? How does that feel? Does it feel pretty good?
I mean, it feels okay, Captain.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Think so.
I got to be
I
honest.
think so. I'm sure it does. And now for me, it's
I
great.
didn't realize I was elevated to that level, though. The black hand, the black
for
hand
me,
moves
it's
in
fantastic.
secret. You know what I mean? So
No, but I like
now
it
it's no
because-
longer a secret. So I don't even know if we should be calling you the black hand.
No, you
It's like
are
a
the
dark-
black hand.
Just the hand.
No, you are the black hand. And as your gray hand, I'm just going to keep feeding you concepts, man. I'm going to keep feeding you ideas because clearly I don't have the authority. However, I'm just going to keep feeding you concepts, man.
You got to pass them through me, Cappy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you got to.
Apparently I
That's
do.
the org chart.
Now I got the
Lindsay
org chart
passes
now.
through me, and then I give it up again.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
John Ireland here, and when it comes to vodka, I like a winner, and Blue Ice Vodka delivers. America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
Hey, everybody, it's Cap. I'm here with Angie from Angelica's Insurance. Every team needs a strong defense, and when it comes to protecting what matters most, they've got you covered.
That's right. From auto and home to renters, business, and life insurance, we built a game plan tailored just for you.
And if life throws a penalty your way, like a DUI, for example,
We got you. We specialize in DUIs, SR22 coverage, getting you back on the road fast and affordably. Visit angelicas-ins.com or call 1-888-717-0773 for your free quote today.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is 2 p.m. in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland.
All right, it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
The return of Fast Track, driven by our friends at Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
Down low is 350Q, 3.25 horsepower, 4-speed, 410 gears, 10 coats of competition orange, hand rubbed lacquer with a blue plain manifold, full race cams.
Fast Track on racing in Ireland.
Time for Fast Track. Take it away, Mace.
Zoom, zoom, man.
Well, if you're in New York on a budget, you can have one of two options here. I saw this tweet from Bleacher Report, and it says that if you're in New York, you could get either a Crunchwrap Supreme, which is $6.39, or you could attend a New York Mets game for $6. So here's a question to you.
Yikes.
Would you rather go to a Mets game or get a Crunchwrap Supreme?
Who are the Mets playing?
Yeah, that's part
let's just say, I don't know off the top of my head, but let's just say the Mets are playing the Royals.
No, give me the Crunchwrap Supreme. If
Mason?
they're playing the Dodgers or the Padres, I would go.
I would also take the Crunch Wrap Supreme. I am not in on the Mets. I cannot believe their tickets are going for the same value as a Crunch Wrap Supreme.
Well, they have the worst record in all of baseball.
I know,
They're tied with the Red
just
Sox.
Terrible.
I would say the Crunchwrap Supreme is honestly a little overpriced.
Is it?
What is your Taco Bell item of choice?
Burrito Supreme, extra sour cream.
I haven't been to Taco Bell in 20 years.
What?
I've been to Del Taco, which is like the comp to it. The red burrito's great. The green burrito's great.
If you ever see a really stoned guy stumbling his way down Venice Boulevard, it is me. I'm going to either Taco Bell or In-N-Out Burger.
I love a Chalupa Supreme.
Okay.
The beef Chalupa Supreme. That's my go-to.
Yep. BC, go-to?
Mexican pizza.
Mexican
So good.
pizza. There you go.
Delicious.
That's an oxymoron.
What?
Mexican pizza?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. No, they do it.
What's the difference between a Mexican pizza and a regular pizza?
It's got hot sauce on it, or
Is that it,
What is the
Brian?
difference? It's like a tostada, ground beef, and then like
So it's
another
basically a
tostada,
pizza
cheese on
made
top.
with Mexican food.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Hey, listen to DeMarco and Trav for your chance to win 2 VIP tickets to Pechanga Resort Casino's Sushi and Sake Food Festival, May the 2nd. When you hear the cue to call, it is your chance to answer a trivia question on air and win. Enjoy early entry, amazing food, drinks, and live entertainment. BC, what do you got?
Fast Track.
Speaking of food companies, Prego, the pasta company, is apparently coming out with a new device. So they're branching out of the sauce world and getting into the tech world here. Apparently they're coming up with a device that records your conversations at dinner so that you could one day listen back to the laughter and memories, is what they say. Two things here. One, don't we already have enough devices that already are listening to us when we don't want them to?
Yes.
And then what's the play here? What's the purpose of having a listening device on your table? Huh?
Now, wait a minute. So it would permanently record everything you say?
Well, you turn it on at the dinner table is what they
Why
want you
wouldn't
to
I
do.
just put my iPhone on the table and hit memo record or whatever that thing is?
Yeah, voice memo. You could do that too.
You
So that Prego can say, Prego.
Prego, exactly. Yeah, I don't know.
My dinner conversations aren't that interesting.
I have virtually no dinner conversation.
Although I did have a really good dinner in Houston. It was 5 of us. It was Michael, his brother Andy,
Yep.
Trudell, his friend Roger, who played football at Northwestern when Trudell was playing soccer, and me, 5 of us. And we solved all the world's problems
Oh, nice.
in 2.5 hours.
I'm glad you fixed it all.
I would have liked to have a recording of that.
Yeah.
And it was also the day the Clay Megan thing broke. So you
yeah,
can imagine the
that
conversation at
would
the
be
table.
really, really
Yeah.
interesting.
What
yeah.
if they put a recording device in that green can of Parmesan that you have from
Oh my God, that is
COVID?
incredible. That green can of Parmesan is on my table every single meal.
How long has it been there?
Oh no, I mean I get it out for every meal.
Okay. So you just buy a new one when you run
I've
out.
got we're stocked up on green parm. We call it green parm.
What if
green,
it's recording?
Green
recording?
parm and Ready Whip. Those are the two things that we go to all the time. I don't think I have very interesting dinner conversations at home. When we go out for dinner, we do stuff. But generally speaking, we sit down, eat, and watch David Muir, and that's it.
You know what? I'm going to name your playlist
What?
Green Parm and Ready Whip.
Green Parm
There
and
it is.
Ready Whip. You're going to make me a playlist?
I'll make you a playlist.
Okay, good.
About green parm and Ready Whip.
Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it was controversial that the Rams selected Ty Simpson at 13 in the NFL draft on Thursday. Les Snead went on to the Pat McAfee show. Listen to what he said about keeping the pick secret.
We do not do top 30s here at the Rams, right? And the main reason is this, hey, a lot of times when those meetings become public, let's call it a team that's behind you. Let's say they're interested in that player somewhere along the way in the draft, things like that. They could easily, you never know who's lurking from behind. So let's say you're picking 55, 65, whatever it is, and all of a sudden someone moves to 64 because they think you might pick that player. At that point, there's nothing you can do. You can just sit, wait, see what they do, and if they pick the player you want. So there's a little strategy there. Our last top 30, 2023, Kobe Turner. So, and the reason we did Kobe is he wasn't invited to Indy. Indy's where a lot of the medical, let's call it physicals occur. And a lot of times if you're planning on drafting a player, you'd like to bring him to your city, let him go through a physical with your medical team. So really 2023 is our last top 30. So last year, what we like to do is go meet the player, right, on their campus. And I would call it, in this draft cycle, we did 66 private meetings with players. In, let's call it 2025 draft cycle, we did 61 private meetings with players. That's not Sean and I all the time. We're not going to go see 66. So it's different people in our building going to connect with these players.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think. Are you a fan of the pick or not a fan of the pick at this point?
I don't hate it. I don't hate it as much as other people do. I think that I would have liked to have seen him draft a player that they could have used this year.
Yes.
But, so that's my one downside to it. But, you know, like guys like Dan Orlovsky and Mike Tannenbaum think this kid can really play.
Right.
And if he can really play and you've got him and you just sit him behind Matthew Stafford, I can't have it both ways. I'm not a Jimmy G guy. I never have been.
Right.
Don't think he has a strong enough arm to, be your long-term solution. Ty Simpson might. So I think they upgraded a backup quarterback.
Yep.
I think they were lucky that Matthew Stafford didn't miss any snaps last year. And now they have a viable backup quarterback.
Yes.
So I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, there's been some serious success when drafting the heir
apparent. Did you see
apparent.
the Bill Barnwell article today?
Yeah, the Bill Barnwell article.
He did 12 times this has happened before, and I think about 8 or 9 of them have worked out.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers to Love, Flacco to Lamar Jackson, Alex Smith to Mahomes, Sam Bradford to Wentz, Favre to Rodgers, Bledsoe to Losman.
J.P. Lossman, former UCLA quarterback. Yeah.
Cunningham to Culpepper. There have been very good examples of this.
And I think the best examples are always when that organization is already well run.
Right.
When the organization is already ready and ready to go because their quarterback is so good, which is why the disasters tend to happen to bad teams. The Falcons, they did both the same year. They got Kirk Cousins, and then they drafted Michael Penix, which felt like two roads that you didn't already have. If Kirk Cousins was already in the building, like if he was like more like a Matt Ryan, had gotten an MVP with them, had dipped a little bit, but was ready to retire, and then you get Penix, that's different than getting Kirk Cousins in the building the same year you get Penix in the building. You have no trust already with Cousins.
Right. You got to teach two guys the offense. Two guys got to learn what coaching is looking for, what Raheem Morris is looking for. That never made sense to me, Penix and Cousins.
But you know what? Penix went down and Cousins won 4 games in a row for him.
Yeah.
So it kind of worked.
And now he's with the Raiders, John.
I know.
Kirk Cousins
with the
Raiders.
Start. I want Mendoza to take his time.
I wonder, have they said anything about that? Have the
They've
Raiders
said
indicated?
they're going to both compete.
To me, I would want Mendoza to sit a little bit.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was also listening to the morning show, and they were talking about
the Chris Morales morning show.
Morales in the morning.
I didn't vocally font it correctly. So they were asking, like, why didn't you trade back? Why didn't you wait to get Ty Simpson? I think They were worried about the Cardinals taking him.
Mm-hmm.
If they had waited to the second round,
Well,
to take,
Snead just kind of indicated what they might have been worried about.
Yeah.
Somebody else jumping up.
exactly. I think the Cardinals would have taken Ty Simpson if Ty had fallen to the second round. They had to take him at where they were because if they believed it was him and that's what they wanted, they had to take him where it was.
So my greatest fear as a Rams fan is the post-McVay era. That sounds very scary to me.
Think about it, though. He has his coaching tree is insane.
It is.
So you could go out and get, if you wanted to, Matt LaFleur. You could go out and get Zach Taylor. You could go out and get Raheem Morris. You could go out and get Kevin O'Connell. I'd love to see Kevin O'Connell come back. Yeah. I don't think you're going to be at a loss to hire a replacement for McVay because he's trained.
Nate Scheelhaase, yeah.
He's trained 7 or 8 other NFL head coaches, and I think any of them would want to come back.
This is what an anonymous NFL player said. The McVay angle is interesting because if he is not planning on sticking around, this is essentially a pick for the next head coach. But maybe this is a way to get him excited about staying and not riding into the sunset with Matthew Stafford. So maybe this is intriguing to Sean McVay, and he can see the future long-term with Ty Simpson, and he's excited.
I have been told by people I trust, I know a lot of people at network TV, that if Sean McVay stepped down, he'd get $100 million to go to TV.
Yeah.
$100 million. So he's got that waiting for him.
Right.
But he's so competitive. I don't think he'd be happy at TV.
And you can't
right now
replicate NFL level competition. There's nothing you can do to do it. I mean, like even John Gruden, when he left and went and did Monday Night Football for 10 years, he said, you're relaxed, but there's nothing that can, everybody I've ever talked to that retires from competitive sports, that's the thing they miss is you can't duplicate the competition aspect of it. And so as long as Sean is still young and he's 40, I can see him doing it another 10 years.
For all intents and purposes, he's really had just one rough season. The 5-12 year was rough the year after the Super Bowl. Other than that, they're in the mix every year. Last year, they came this close to the Super Bowl with Seattle. I mean, they are right there. So I think that it's an unbelievably well-run organization. And why would you go? I understand if you want to go to TV, but you're never going to come back someday and have a better situation than you've got right now.
Correct. You have a say in every decision. You have a GM that you like. You have an owner that will spend money. You get to live in L.A. Play in a stadium that costs $5 billion. Yeah, you're right. You'll never get it this good.
It's a great gig. All right, coming up next for you, more Fast Track. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, the Lakers and Toyota are celebrating 50 years of their legendary partnership. They got together in 1976. Two legendary teams, both driven by shared legacies of high-performance experience and resilience, 50 years strong. And as part of that, every Toyota is on sale right now. Toyota's Perfect Timing Sales Event is your moment to get that fuel-efficient new Toyota with great offers that help every mile go further. And speaking of going further, you don't have to trust me on this. Just Google it. Longest-lasting cars on the road. You'll see that 7 of the top 10 are Toyota, including all 5 of the top 5, led by the Camry right at the top. But all of the Toyotas on sale, the cars, the trucks, the SUVs, the EVs, like the new Toyota BZ, are all available right now. And when you choose Toyota, you get Toyota Care, no-cost maintenance for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. That includes oil changes, tire rotations, even 24/7 roadside assistance. It's all part of 50 years of teamwork, innovation, and going places together. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
It is Fast Track on Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, driven by Cerritos Auto Square.
It is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
More Fast Track next.
One step away from the CONCACAF Champions Cup final.
LAFC!
But standing in the way, Liga MX powerhouse Toluca. This is where it gets real.
LAFC have buried Cruz Azul in the quarterfinal. Then he flips us into the semis.
The Black and Gold return to BMO Stadium for a massive CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinal, leg 1. LAFC face their toughest test yet. Los Angeles Football Club versus Toluca. Coverage begins tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Celebrate mom the right way with rest, relaxation, and recovery. Burke Williams, the official recovery partner of ESPN LA, is giving you the chance to win the ultimate reset, the ultimate Mother's Day spa experience. Enjoy an 80-minute Burke Williams experience, an 80-minute facial, plus an enhancement of your choice, and access to spa amenities. Tune in Tuesday, May 5th, and Wednesday, May 6th for your chance to win. Because she deserves more than flowers. She deserves Burke Williams.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as
Fast Track.
And it is Fast Track on 710 ESPN. Mason and Ireland on the all-new ESPN LA app, 7:10 a.m. and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Fast Track now back in the 2 p.m. hour on Mason and Ireland, driven by Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com. Once again, back to Fast Track and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
All right, vroom, vroom, man.
So here's a cool story. Actually, Tim sent it to me, and I love this. So Olivia Pichardo is a baseball player for the Brown University. So she, in 2023, became the first woman to play D1 baseball. And then yesterday, she became the first woman to pitch in D1.
Wow.
Why I love this story is because myself, as a young girl, I love baseball. I played baseball. I didn't play softball. I played with the boys. I loved the sport. And I would be in my room, and I would, like, pretend that I was, like, pitching in the MLB in, like, the World Series and, like, do my wind-up. But in reality, I knew that would never happen because I'm a woman. I would never get the chance to pitch in the MLB because there was no opportunities for me as a professional woman, professional baseball player.
Right.
Because you only get so far, and if you wanted to be a professional softball player, you'd have to go international. I really love what she's doing. She's given an opportunity. She competes with the guys. I know it's the Ivy Leagues. It's not necessarily she's pitching for LSU or something, but I find this really cool that she can give a hope to girls like me.
Yep.
That you don't have to stop your dreams at a certain age. You can continue. You can break through things. So I really like this story from Olivia.
Very nice. John?
Was there a question there?
There's
no
not really
question. It's just a
a nice
story.
story. Yeah, it's a nice story. I
Gosh.
like it. I like it.
Yeah, I have no objection to it. The interesting thing is that ever since Title IX,
yes,
women's sports is the fastest growing part of society in sports.
Yep.
The WNBA is going to make more money this year than they've ever made before. I'm kind of curious, why there, and maybe there is, and I just don't know about it, why there hasn't been a professional women's softball league that has taken off. I'm sure there's ones that exist.
Yeah.
But if you watch the Softball World Series, and everybody kind of does when it's on ESPN, once those girls get done playing, they got nowhere to go.
Yeah, they can play internationally. They can play
Yeah.
for the national team. But I know, Mace, you have a friend that's working on the American Women's Baseball League.
Yeah, my friend Sue Kalinsky is working with the American women's baseball team. They're going to play this summer in
Now, are they
Springfield,
like league
Illinois.
of their own type stuff? They're
League
actually
of their
playing
own type
baseball?
stuff.
And
Yeah, they're
hoping to
playing
maybe
baseball.
branch out after that and play more games in their cities after that. But they're starting kind of in Springfield and doing this exhibition
it's
to a
very
point.
cool.
But the thing is like, guys don't have to face the reality that they can't do this sport if they want to put their mind to it and their body to it, they can do their sport as professional if they want to. Girls have to come to a point where you realize you can't be professional at something. So I think that hopefully will be more opportunities to play professional baseball for women and professional softball for women. They don't have to face a ceiling on their hopes.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's good that they've added back softball and baseball to the Olympics in 28. I think those are going to be two highlights. And I thought it was wrong to, the problem is baseball, everybody's been sort of half-assed about it for years.
Yeah.
And so softball was punished because baseball couldn't get its act together. This time, baseball...
Are they going to be like the World Baseball Classic? Are they going to let people leave in the middle of the season?
It's undecided so far, but the concept would be you move the All-Star break a little bit and you create... 10 days, a gap where you could jump. Because it would be
more
really,
fun.
really good for the game.
I think it's being negotiated in this deal that's going to be happening, what will likely lead to a lockout. But it's going to be negotiated in that CBA.
Oh, right.
Oh, the lockout.
Well, wait a minute. So 27 is going to be the lockout year.
Yes, true.
But they're working on the deal during that lockout.
Yeah, I guess it could drag through 28, depending on how much the players want to dig in. But we've never missed 2 seasons of baseball.
No.
We've missed one.
We missed the World Series in 94. All right, still reeling from the Lakers' loss to the Rockets in Game 4. Actually, we're looking forward to Game 5. And the place to talk about it is with DeAndre Hawkins, Young D, on Lakers Talk Daily every weekday morning, 11 a.m. on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. You get an in-depth breakdown of what the Lakers are doing well and what they got to work on to finish off the Rockets. That's 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. Day of Game 5, ESPN LA YouTube channel. Your home of the Lakers, ESPN LA. BC, what do you got?
Fast track.
Pretty cool story here out of the NFL draft. Philadelphia Eagles in the 7th round drafted Uar Bernard from Nigeria, an international pathway program player. Never played organized football in his life. He didn't work out. Came and ran a 4.6, 6'4", 300 pounds. Just looking at a picture of him, the guy, it looks like an athlete. He looks like an Iron Man, somebody that you want on your team. And the Eagles have done this before with Jordan Mailata, who ended up being a very good offensive lineman. What do you think here of drafting somebody who's more on athleticism rather than he's never played football before?
I honestly think it's totally worth a shot. I mean, the
Why
Raiders were famous for this because they got Ronaldo Nehemiah at one point, who didn't really have a football background.
I think that was the Niners that did that.
Oh, Willie Gault was another one.
The Bears did that.
Yeah.
But I wonder. The Raiders had one too.
They did have
somebody
one.
that had never played organized football and turned out to be great.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times athletes come from other sports. Like Antonio Gates was a basketball player at Kent State, turned out to be one of the great tight ends of all time.
Aubrey was playing MLS.
There you go, Brandon Aubrey, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, I would expand my view of talent. I mean, in that case, if you're hiring somebody or drafting somebody based on pure athleticism, and by the way, I don't know if you've seen this guy, but he is just jacked. I just looking at him, I think he can play football.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, he can play football.
You find a position for him for sure.
Exactly.
I think it's interesting that he was drafted before Diego Pavia.
Oh, that's right.
Heisman finalist.
Yep.
Yeah, he's so short, though. I saw a picture
drafted.
of him standing next to Lamar Jackson, and he looked like his son.
Well, and Pavia was also just a jerk. I mean, if he had been a better character, I don't want to attack his character, but he did some kind of jerk things. I think he probably would have been drafted late in the draft, but I don't think anybody really wanted a part of that.
I also saw that he was representing himself.
That's another one that's weird.
So maybe we'll fit in with Lamar Jackson because Lamar Jackson represents himself.
That's true. Yeah, their whole quarterback room. All right, JJ has some interesting stuff to say about how to knock the Rockets out tomorrow night in Ireland. He's got a plan, and we'll talk about it coming up next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Purple and gold playoff energy.
After the Houston Rockets kept their season alive in Game 4.
Rockets get their first win of the series.
The series shifts back to L.A., where the Lake Show have a chance to finish the job. The Purple and Gold return home with one thing in mind, closing out the Rockets at Crypto.com. Lakers-Rockets Game 5 from downtown L.A. Pre-game starts tomorrow at 5:30 p.m.
The Lakers postseason push happens right here on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Coverage and content of the 2026 NBA playoffs on ESPN LA is presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play a perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. Visit pechanga.com for more information.
The Loan Exchange is proud to introduce the Free Closer, a jumbo 30-year fixed loan up to $3 million. With no closing costs, you could save around $40,000 in fees like points and appraisals that many lenders charge on a $2 million loan. Today's 30-year Free Closer rate is 5.875% rate and APR. That makes refinancing simple. The only question is whether it lowers your payment without increasing your balance. And if rates drop again, you can do it again and save even more. Today's 30-year Free Closer rate is 5.875% rate and APR. If your mortgage rate is over 6%, it's a total no-brainer. Why pay to close a loan when you can exchange it for free at theloanexchange.com? NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's theloanexchange.com. Theloanexchange.com to exchange higher payments for lower ones.
John Ireland here. You want a vodka that's championship caliber? Look for Blue Ice Vodka at Ralph's, America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce. Classic, huckleberry, or double espresso. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
Harry Douglas here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Adam Schefter here. According to CNBC, nearly half of hiring managers say a candidate's enthusiasm is the most important factor when considering them for a role. Well, if you need to hire for your business, how can you separate the candidates who are really excited from the ones that are just meh? With ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter has a new feature that quickly shows you the most interested qualified candidates first. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
220. Oh, yeah, you got to pump it. You got to pump it. That's why it's on the playlist.
That's right.
Mason and Ireland on Live Imaging Tuesday, presented by Providence. This one should be on our playlist.
Yeah, pump what? Pump what, Diana?
Yeah, Diana Rossini, this was on her playlist to some guy named Mike in 2022.
Could have been her son.
Could it? Well, yeah. Moms don't make playlists for their kids. Do they?
Not with Pump It on there.
Do they? Not with Pump It on it. It's a very good point.
Pump something.
By the way, if you make a playlist for John Ireland, the first song absolutely must be
Lose Yourself. Yep. As long as it starts with that, I'm in.
And then Tom Petty.
Tom Petty's good.
Then Duran Duran.
Springsteen.
A lot of Springsteen.
Need Sting and the Police.
Yeah, Sting and the Police.
ABBA? Do you like ABBA?
Oh, my God.
What Broadway should I put in?
What songs from Broadway? Believe it or not, the songs from Hamilton are super catchy.
They are really good. I've listened to
Memory
that show
from
a lot.
Cats.
No, I'm not a cat person.
No,
I'm a dog person. If they make a play called Dogs, then I'm in.
You know, they brought the show Cats back. I'm like, there is no
the Jellicle Ball.
I saw it originally back in 1983, and I thought it was the coolest thing. Now I think it's just people dressed up like cats.
Hey, Mace,
Yeah.
give this one a try. It's
No.
a lot different.
No.
Honestly, Mason?
I don't like the music.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that it's a really cool re-envisioning of Cats. I think it's called the Jellicle Ball, and
Yeah.
it's more about voguing. Like, there are people that are
Oh, it's about
voguing.
Vogue? Well, if they do Vogue, that's
Well,
different.
Voguing,
Okay.
not Vogue.
All right, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. So, JJ Redick. We're getting ready for tomorrow night. Of course, critical Game 5. John, you feel like the series is not over.
I do. I think that Houston is going to be a very tough out because, the hardest game to win is when you've got a team's facing elimination.
Sure.
Because they're ridiculously over the top desperate. And, Michael and Beto tried to make Beto, maybe, I think it was Andy. Andy was filling in for Beto. Tried to make the argument that the Lakers are just as desperate as Houston is. You can't be. If you're up against it and
Right.
you know you lose, you can pretend that you're as desperate, but you're not.
Yeah.
So, you got to kill them.
Right.
You got to bury them.
That is what this is what J.J. Redick said at the practice today. We have to kill them. It's difficult.
We have this sound.
Yeah, we have the sound. Let's play
we
the
have
sound.
the sound. I'm sorry. Okay, we have the sound.
Good
Go
job,
ahead.
Em. Good job.
Go ahead and hit it, Em.
You know, you have to kill. It's difficult to kill someone. You know, you've got to. Again, survival instinct says I want to stay alive, so you've got to be able to kill them. That's what's difficult.
And he's right.
Oh yeah,
because it's just like I always say. You say after a team wins a championship, they want to go get another one.
Yes.
I don't care what you tell me. They're not as hungry as a team that's never won one.
Absolutely.
And that's just the way it works. Every once in a while, you'll get a player that is so driven that getting a second, third, and fourth, like Kobe was like that.
Yeah.
He just all he cared about was getting another title. But that's extremely rare. Extremely rare. That's why, by the way, I'm not 100% sure Oklahoma City wins it again this year because they won it last year.
Not as hungry.
They're the best
they're
team.
naturally not as hungry.
They're the best team, but like San Antonio's, none of those guys have ever been to the finals.
Right.
I think Harrison Barnes is like the only one.
Yep.
So they're going to be desperate over in the over in the other conference. You've got a bunch of teams that are going to be super desperate.
Yeah, Detroit is down 3-1.
Yeah, I mean they're going to be hard to kill.
Denver's down 3-2 now, I think.
Yeah, I think they're going to win.
You think
the
they're going to win?
injuries to Minnesota are too brutal.
Yeah. But that desperation back against the wall thing is for real.
Yeah. Like if you've got a team on the brink of elimination, they are going to do everything humanly possible not to be eliminated, and that's what JJ's talking about.
We've got a guy that may lead the world in winning winning a fourth game of a series, right? LeBron has been in this situation so many times.
32-0 when he takes a 2-0 lead.
And I think that tomorrow night they close them out. And they honestly need to. I don't want to see Game 6 in Houston.
I don't want to even go to Houston.
Just nail it. As JJ says, just kill him.
Can we play it again? Because he sounds a bit like a psycho here.
Okay, Psycho JJ Redick.
You know, you have to kill. It's difficult to kill someone. You know, you've got to. Again, survival instinct says I want to stay alive, so you've got to be able to kill them. That's what's difficult.
Got to kill him.
I don't know. JJ obviously isn't speaking from experience, but I think if he wanted to play into like a serial killer in a TV show, I think he'd do pretty good at it.
Well, you know, I try and go to all the JJ's pregame press conferences,
right?
Because they're hopelessly entertaining. He does not suffer fools.
No, he does not.
At all.
Nope.
So if you ask him a dumb question, like the other day we were in Oklahoma and somebody said, you know, you once said that that every team has role players and your team starts to click when they find their roles.
Yep.
Do you feel like your team has found their roles? And JJ just goes, I never said that. Next question.
Right. Well, what I love of JJ is also after games where he gets a question and then he really thinks up an answer super hard. Like Trudell will ask the first question. JJ will sort of gather himself. He may not answer for 7 or 8 or 10 seconds.
The old Mitch Kupchak move.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Stephen John, we believe.
You once had a great line about Kupchak. It always sounded like he was diffusing a bomb.
Diffusing a bomb. Yeah, it really did.
Who would win in a psycho off? Joe Mazzulla or JJ Redick?
Mazzulla.
Yeah, Mazzulla.
I think they're both pretty psycho.
But Mazzulla is like openly certifiably nuts in a good way.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, John,
great way.
Right off the dome, could you give me the top 5 craziest NBA coaches?
Top 5 craziest.
Well, Missoula's number 1.
Okay.
JJ's on the list, so
Okay.
I only need to get Udoka's on the list.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's like my favorite Udoka story is the time where he yelled at one of his players, "Hey man, play some defense. Stop being I'll use the word witch."
Yeah,
but
right.
he said it with a B.
Yep.
And LeBron was standing next to him, getting ready to inbound the ball, and LeBron said to Udoka, "Don't use that word, man."
Yeah.
And Udoka looked at him and goes, "What are you effing going to do about it, tough guy?"
Yeah.
Like right to LeBron. Didn't hesitate at all. Udoka is not intimidated by anybody. So I would put him on the list too. Who else would be like
psycho?
All-time psychos.
Oh, can I go? Oh, I can go in pass?
Yes, in the pass counts.
Okay. Bobby Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Most psychotic coach ever. Would just relentlessly scream people. And then there was a guy who coached at Maryland named Gary Williams.
Oh, I remember that guy.
And one time I was sitting with Michael Wilbon, UCLA, Maryland, and UCLA goes up by 30. And Gary Williams, every other word out of his mouth is the F word, yelling at his team. And I look at Wilbon, who was working for the Washington Post, and I said, is this normal? He said, he's actually not as bad as he normally is. He's just wound incredibly tight. And I remember, so I would put Gary Williams on the list too. I remember one time, Steve Blake went to Maryland, won a national championship with Gary as Gary's point guard.
Mm-hmm.
And Gary came to one of our games. And I tweeted out, hey, Gary Williams is here, and Steve Blake is having a good game. Do I dare walk up to Gary when we don't have a 7-second delay? We didn't have one at the time.
Right.
And Kristen, Steve Blake's wife, tweeted back at me. She goes, yeah, just tell him beforehand.
Right.
Just tell him you don't have a delay. He's actually a really nice guy.
Yeah.
But I never saw that side to him. He was just psychotic.
By the way, there are a couple of names that were left off the list that I think deserve psychopath-level treatment.
Okay.
Dan Hurley.
Yeah, good one. Modern day. Yeah.
And Gino Auriemma.
Nowadays, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little nuts.
He's a little nuts. So there are guys out. And by the way, I think you have to be a little nuts to be great. Like most great people at whatever their field is, they're a little crazy.
They have to have supreme confidence in themselves that what they're saying, what they do is like important enough to command other people. You have to have like this ability that what you say is the truth and that they should listen to it. You have to be a little, and this I'm saying this complimentary to JJ. I think JJ is a great coach. You got to be a little delusional. You have to be able to be like, I know what I think is the best.
Yes, the vision thing. You can see he has a vision. By the way, the thing that came out of that, and again, you're talking about, people, great athletes, people that are great in their fields, and how they. Jerry West, just to go back to it.
Yeah, that documentary is unbelievable. That documentary is
incredible, and he was such a perfectionist. And a lot of time, and I also think Joe Davis was on my podcast. Joe said if he could have all of Game 7 back last year, he said the game was great.
That's a perfectionist.
The game was great. My call was terrible, is what Joe said. And I guess that pressure, that inner critic, is what drives a lot of people. All right, so Rick Monday this past weekend, it was the 50-year anniversary of when protesters attempted to burn the flag, and he saved it.
So Rick Monday was playing center field for the Cubs that day.
Yeah.
And, he would later come play for the Dodgers. But Rick, at the time, was playing for the Cubs, and he saw two guys jump the fence in the outfield, run out to the middle of the field and lay an American flag flat on the ground, and they had lighter fluid and they were trying to light it. And he just swooped in, grabbed the flag, ran away, and let security tackle the two. It was just perfectly handled.
Yeah.
And that flag, it was 50 years ago this past Sunday.
Yes.
So that flag and Rick are both on their way to the Hall of Fame.
Fantastic.
For a special ceremony, to honor that. And I just thought, like you always say in life, I wish I had a do-over.
Yeah.
If he had a do-over, he could not have handled that better.
No, that was
He didn't
perfection.
try and fight those guys.
Yep.
He didn't try and do anything other than run in, swoop it out from
Save
under
the flag.
him, keep running, and then security swamp these two knuckleheads.
I was listening to the radio broadcast, and I believe it was Stephen Ellison was talking about how they preserved this. They have it hanging in his house. And on days when it gets too hot in the house, you can still smell the lighter fluid.
Really?
Like you can smell it coming off of it because it's still soaked.
Well, you just made a good point. Rick owns the flag.
Okay.
But he's loaning it to the Hall of Fame.
Oh, okay.
So the Hall of Fame's going to have it on display for a year. That's our old friend Josh Rawitch.
Oh, yeah, Josh is there
who
now.
Who used to be the Dodger PR guy.
Yeah.
Is now in charge of the Baseball Hall of Fame. I was emailing with Josh a couple weeks ago. And, he loves it. And so Josh had a relationship with Rick, obviously, for all those years. And so he convinced Rick, hey, let us feature it. We'll bring you back. We'll do a ceremony.
Yep.
And, so people can come enjoy it for a year. And Rick said, absolutely. And he did it.
Yeah, that's very cool. So going to the Hall of Fame.
Tell you what, Rick's had a tremendous. I first met Rick when he was working with Jerry Coleman doing Padre games when I was a young sportscaster in San Diego. And Rick's had a tremendous second life as a play-by-play color guy.
He is he the longest tenured? He may be the longest tenured broadcaster in Major League Baseball.
I doubt that, just because some of those guys have been there for, like, there's a guy, Rick Riz.
Oh, Rick Riz, I knew that guy.
Retiring in Seattle this year, who I think is 45 years on that job.
I knew him as the voice of the Tidewater Tides.
Yeah, and he briefly went to the Tigers.
Yep.
Then went back to the Mariners. The Mariners is where he got to start.
Yeah, he's at 41 seasons right now.
Yeah,
so he has a lot.
And he's announced that this is going to be his last year. You know, if you combine Rick's playing career, I think Rick played for 16 seasons. And the thing about Rick is the Dodgers, and I actually enjoy this, they don't have the same broadcaster do every single game.
Right.
They have a stable of announcers. Sometimes it's Steven Nelson. Sometimes it's Tim Neverett. Sometimes Charlie Steiner's even come back. Charlie's been really sick.
Charlie came back last night and did.
Yeah, Charlie's come back
game,
and done a couple of games. Joe doesn't always do play-by-play. Sometimes Steven will slide over when Joe's got national games. But Rick works with all of them.
Yeah.
And does great with all those guys. So good for him.
Yeah. Long, successful career, no question. All right, coming up next, I think Jacob's going to be here.
Actually, tomorrow.
Oh,
so
tomorrow.
I think I'm going to grab DeMarco.
Okay, DeMarco's
So
going to play.
tomorrow is going to be crazy. It's going to be Pepe, Michael, and Jacob.
One of them days.
But it's weird. Jacob seems to land on days that Pepe and Michael come in, even when he's trying not to.
Well, I think he probably tries to be here because it's so much fun on days when Michael and Pepe are.
And listen, Pepe's a big part of the show those days.
Focus. Yeah, gotta focus.
I wasn't saying anything false. You don't have to hesitate.
He's totally. I mean, I love Pepe in here.
But
I know you do. I know
it'll be
you do.
interesting if the Dodgers clinch. Tomorrow.
Lakers.
Oh, thank you. If the Lakers clinch tomorrow, and we have a series with the Oklahoma City Thunder, Pepe will not say the word Chet, as in Chet Holmgren.
He won't say Chet.
He calls him Thomas, which is his middle name.
Which is so weird.
No one else calls him Thomas. And the reason Pepe won't say Chet is with his accent, it sounds like he's saying
the S
word.
Yeah.
And so you can't get him, like, I'll try tomorrow again.
Holmgren.
Yeah. He'll either just say Holmgren or he'll call him Thomas.
Yep, that's very funny. All right, Game of Games coming up next. DeMarco is going to play along. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, you always hear me talking about National University. If you're ready to suit up for a career-focused bachelor's or master's degree, NU is a nonprofit university that offers more than 150 degree programs. And the best part is they'll do it on your schedule. Flexible 4 and 8 week online courses designed to fit your life. They specialize in what we call Anders. Maybe you have a family and you have a job and you want to get a degree. They're here for all of it. Go to their website. It'll answer any questions you have. It also will tell you how to apply for the Believe and Succeed Scholarship. You can win up to $6,000 annually toward an industry current bachelor's or master's degree. All you got to do is go to the website and apply. You got to do it before July 31st. Terms and conditions apply. Here's that website address, nu.edu. nu.edu. National University. If you always wanted a degree, didn't think you had time to get one, never had time to do it, you're not too late. Check it out today at nu.edu, National University.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers for your afternoon drive.
Only Lakers. That a neighbor. He only said, I only like Lakers. I don't like NBA. Only Lakers. Well, that's my guy.
I
like the Lakers. That's all. I don't like NBA. I only Lakers. That's all he said.
I want to ask the question, but I'm not because I'm just not. And we'll just leave it at that.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN.
Spring has sprung at Morongo, and you'll make memories you'll never share with your grandchildren. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Canyon Lane's bowling experience. It's not just bowling, it's a 10-pin party.
Number 2.
Hollywood Stones, playing tribute to the Rolling Stones, Thursday, May 7th.
And the number 1 reason.
Gas prices blow, but not at Morongo Travel Center. They're low, usually at least $1 lower than anywhere else.
Morongo, good times.
Evan Cohen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app, share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required, not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a time out to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
And it is time on Mason and Ireland for the final segment. The final segment of the show, always Game of Games time, presented by the one and only Jacob Emrani. Call Jacob. CallJacob.com. And yes, that new telephone number, 800-345-6789. 800-345-6789.
Hi, this is Jacob Emrani.
Game of Games made possible by the law offices of Jacob Emrani. Let's do it. Game of Games time on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. DeMarco Farr is here. And DeMarco, I don't know if you know this or not, but I've got a new show. How do you like it?
Plus.
Yeah, do you like it?
I do like it.
Yeah?
I like was the Blair Underwood one.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
So DeMarco's paying attention. Excellent. So this game is
by
about...
the way, can I give a score update just so
Yes,
everyone
please
knows
do,
the
yes.
stakes? So he wins the month.
Ooh.
If DeMarco wins, Brian wins the month.
Come on, DeMarco.
If John or I win, it is not settled.
Okay.
Let's go,
Am I in there anywhere?
Well, you can't win.
I may throw it.
Yeah, you can't win.
You're doing the game.
Oh, I'm hosting.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, go on.
So here we go. This quiz is about things I learned from the first 5 episodes of Mason Plus.
Okay.
In episode number 1, Joe Davis, what announcer did he say made the biggest impression on him when he was a kid? Was it A, Ernie Harwell, late great voice of the Tigers, B, Gary Thorne, current voice of the Orioles, or the Joe Buck, DeMarco? Ernie Harwell, Gary Thorne, or Joe Buck?
I remember talking to him, and Buck came up.
So you're gonna
Maybe it's Joe Buck.
Joe Buck, Ireland.
Gary Thorne.
Gary Thorne, BC.
Gary Thorne.
Gary Thorne, M.
Gary Thorne.
That is the correct answer.
Aye.
Gary Thorne was his guy, the one he grew up listening to.
DeMarco, you're the only one alive for Lucky Loser. Think about that.
Okay, number 2. Joe Davis is leading the charge at his daughter's school. What is he trying to do? A, no smartphones until high school. B, make sure every kid who wants one gets a free baseball mitt. C, raise money for a new technology center. Ireland, which one is Joe Davis leading the charge for?
I listened to that. What was the first one?
No smartphones until high school.
I'll try that one.
Trying that one. All right, BC?
I'll take smartphones.
No smartphone. Emily?
Smartphones.
Smartphones. DeMarco?
I hope it's true. Smartphones.
It is smartphones. Yeah,
Yeah.
leading the charge. No smartphones until high school.
Amen.
Which I think
Yay.
is a very good thing to follow.
I
All
do
right.
think Otani has been doing that glove.
No Lucky Loser today.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody's in this thing.
Okay.
Number 3. In episode number 2, Blair Underwood talks about starring in the remake of the hockey movie Youngblood. Which of these actors did not appear with Rob Lowe in the original 1986 film? Was it A, Keanu Reeves, B, Patrick Swayze, C, Kevin Bacon, who was not in the 1986 movie Youngblood, BC?
Swayze.
Swayze. Emily.
Swayze.
Swayze. DeMarco.
Not in?
Not in.
Keanu.
Keanu. And Ireland.
I think Keanu was pretty young back then. I'll go Keanu.
The correct answer. Y'all missed it. It was Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
Keanu Reeves
Keanu.
and Patrick Swayze both in the movie. And Keanu, by the way, is a really good hockey player.
Is he
I've seen him in
Canadian?
celebrity games. I couldn't tell you.
I thought
Okay.
that was- I thought we were
All right,
kids.
so it's Brian, Emily, John 2, DeMarco 1.
Okay, at the end of the remake of Youngblood this year, what hockey legend makes an appearance? A, Luke Robitaille. B, Wayne Gretzky. C, Sidney Crosby. M, we start with you.
Luke Robitaille.
Says Luke Robitaille. DeMarco.
Gretz.
Gretz. Ireland.
Robitaille.
Robitaille. BC.
Crosby.
Correct answer. Luke Robitaille. Yes.
LA.
Very
He
last
talked about
known.
that on the show.
Yeah, that was on the show too. He was one of the stars of Youngblood.
Let's go, Em. Let's keep this thing alive.
Okay.
Emily 3, John 3, Brian 2, DeMarco 1.
Number
Box 'em out.
5. Bobby Moynihan appeared in episode 3 of Mason Plus. What does he say? Who does he say makes him laugh more than anybody in the world? Is it A, Chris Farley, B, Tracy Morgan, C, Maya Rudolph? We start with you, DeMarco.
Maya Rudolph.
Says Maya Rudolph. Ireland.
Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan, BC.
Chris Farley.
Chris Farley, Emily.
Farley.
Correct answer. Only DeMarco. It's Maya Rudolph's. He says that Maya Rudolph makes him laugh more than
incredibly
anybody.
funny. Okay, John and Emily 3, Brian and DeMarco 2.
When Bobby Moynihan was asked to name his favorite Will Ferrell movie, which one did he choose? Anchorman, Step Brothers, or Talladega Nights, Ireland? Anchorman, Step Brothers, or Talladega Nights, which is Bobby Moynihan's favorite?
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers, BC.
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers, Emily.
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers, DeMarco.
Step Brothers.
Yeah, correct answer is Anchorman.
Oh, wow.
Guys all missed it. All
Nice.
missed it. All right, so I got Emily 3, Ireland 3, DeMarco 2, BC 2.
Correct.
All right, here we go. Number
How many are left?
7. We've got 4 left.
Okay.
Number 7, Scott Wolf was on episode 4. He told a story about playing in a celebrity hockey game where he scored in front of his favorite player. Who was it? Was it A, Bobby Hall, B, Bobby Orr, C, Gordie Howe? We will start with our leaders here. John, you're one of them.
Bobby Orr.
Says Bobby Orr. M?
Bobby Orr.
Bobby Orr. DeMarco.
Gordie Howe.
Gordie Howe. BC.
Bobby Orr.
Bobby Orr is the
Bobby
correct
Orr.
answer. Yep, Scott always wore the number 4 for Bobby Orr. All right,
2 left or 3 left?
I've got 3 left.
Okay, DeMarco, you got to go opposite of Emily and
Emily,
I.
okay.
Okay, this is tricky. Scott Wolf stars on the show Doc. He says one medical term has gotten stuck in his head and he can't quit it. What's the term? Is it A, multiple pleural edemas, B, ventricular fibrillation, or C, Glasgow Coma Scale? A, B, or C? We'll start with Emily. Which is the one that got stuck in his head?
B, the ventricle one.
Yes, ventricular fibrillation. Ireland?
I'm with M.
Ventricular, it's hard to say, fibrillation. DeMarco, you got
I'll go A.
You're going to go A, multiple pleural edemas. BC?
C.
C, the correct answer is A, multiple pleural edemas.
The comeback.
Mark,
The
DeMarco
comeback.
in it. Okay. Now, 1 left or 2 left?
2 left.
Okay, everybody's in it.
Okay.
Gotta box him out, John.
I know, I'm trying.
Bryan Cranston on the current episode of Mason Plus. How many times did he and the late, great Catherine Hara play husband and wife? How many times? Was it A, never, B, once, or C, 3 times? We start with Ireland here.
3 times.
Says 3 times. M?
3 times.
3 times. BC?
3 times.
3 times. And DeMarco?
Once.
Once. DeMarco, I'm sorry you missed that. It was 3 times.
3 times.
Okay, DeMarco is out. Emily and I have 5. Brian has 4, so Brian gets to go last.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Bryan Cranston on the podcast said that he tried shrooms at the Sphere. Whose shrooms were they? Was it A, Catherine Hahn, B, Ike Barinholtz, or C, Seth Rogen? Whose shrooms did he try? M, we start with you.
Yes.
Barinholtz.
Barinholtz. Ireland.
Barinholtz.
Barinholtz. BC.
Have to go different here.
Yeah, you got to go different. Catherine Hahn or Seth Rogen?
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen. And DeMarco, you're out. The correct
I'm out.
answer is Ike Barinholtz. Yes.
Okay.
Which kind of makes sense.
Yeah. By the
All
way,
right.
Ike Barinholtz, one of the co-creators of Running Point and has an arc in Running Point.
Oh, very nice.
And
Plays Cousin Benny this year in season 2.
his dad is the judge in season 1 of Jury Duty.
Oh, wow. Very
And
cool.
his dad is actually the accountant for the Waves that appears early
Yes!
in Running Point season 2.
Oh, there you
Wow,
go.
we know so
Nice.
much about Ike.
Yeah.
Everything you ever needed to know. All right.
All right, so it's a tiebreaker between Emily and me.
Yep, here you go. If you add the ages of Joe Davis, Blair Underwood, Bobby Moynihan, Scott Wolf, and Bryan Cranston, what is the total? Again, add the ages of Joe Davis, Blair Underwood, Bobby Moynihan, Scott Wolf, and Bryan Cranston. What is the total?
All right, so give me the names again.
Joe Davis,
Okay.
Blair Underwood, Bobby Moynihan, Scott Wolf, Bryan Cranston.
I have a number.
I have a
Okay,
number.
got a number? All right. John, what say you?
250.
250. M?
270.
270. Guess what? M is our winner.
Wow.
It's 275.
Wow,
She was
you almost got it right on
Great
the number.
Almost right on the nose, yeah.
All right, so I had, let me tell you what I guessed. Joe Davis I had at 40.
He's 38.
Blair Underwood I had at 55.
61.
Okay, so that was one of the players I missed. Who was the third guy?
Bobby Moynihan.
I had him at 45.
49. Scott Wolf.
45.
57.
That's what did me in.
And Bryan Cranston.
I had him 65.
See, like I did
He's
basically
70.
Is he?
Yeah.
I did basically everybody at 50 and then add a little extra.
Add a little extra. There you go. Well, congratulations.
A winning formula. Well, congratulations there, Emily.
And coming
Feeble.
for you, Brian.
It's close.
Oh, we're 2.
Bam.
Yes. So now I have 4, Brian has 7, and the month is still alive.
Still alive. All right. Games.
2 more days, right?
Yes.
I can't catch them. I'm going to play spoiler BC.
Do it. Game of Games presented by the Call Jacob Injury Hotline. Only number LA trusts after an accident is 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789. Coming up next, Super Crosstalk. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
One step away from the CONCACAF Champions Cup final.
LAFC!
But standing in the way, Liga MX powerhouse Toluca. This is where it gets real.
LAFC have buried Cruz Azul in the quarterfinal. Denis flips us into the semis.
The Black and Gold return to BMO Stadium for a massive CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinal, leg 1. LAFC face their toughest test yet. Los Angeles Football Club versus Toluca. Coverage begins tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, if you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that could last for weeks. Getting sick right before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and a pharmacy can be really stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Packs to treat wide ranges of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick, at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. You just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook, or you call the telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your bed sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes, and it's shipped to your door. Save $45 with our promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. Promo code is 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710.
Hey Rams fans, it's your quarterback Matthew Stafford here. The Rams and United Way of Greater Los Angeles are excited to bring Walk United LA to SoFi Stadium this year on Saturday, May 9th. Join me and my family for the 5K walk run and help support our Los Angeles community. Registration is now open at walkunitedla.org, where you can sign up for Team Rams and learn more. Our team is only as strong as our city, and this walk is about uplifting all Angelinos in need. I can't wait to see y'all at the Rams house on May 9th.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Just got word from Pete Thamel that the NCAA tournament is officially expanding to 76 teams.
Wow.
Everybody, come on in.
Let's
the
go
water's
play.
warm.
Men's and women's.
Men's and women's expanding to 76 teams.
So they're going to have to let some teams in that don't have winning records,
Yeah.
probably.
You would think.
Probably.
You would think.
Yeah.
That feels like a terrible idea to me.
Although, didn't John Wooden want just everybody to be in the tournament?
John Wooden wanted every
Like,
school in.
how many
like
Division I teams are
He
there?
grew up in
300?
Indiana, and
The
the
state
Indiana
tournament.
state tournament is that way.
Right.
So that's what he thought they should do.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the NCAA tournament for many years, and so it's not going to affect my viewing.
No, it's not going to affect
but
it.
That seems ridiculous.
Yeah, it does seem like a lot of teams.
That's
Why
what
are they
it
expanding?
is. Yeah.
Why?
More money.
More money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, an extra round, more money,
More
all
betting.
that stuff.
I mean, like
yeah.
right now, the first round of the NBA playoffs used to be best of 3.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
should still be that.
Yeah.
You think so?
3.
I do
Wild
not.
stuff could happen best
I
of
do
3.
not. I think they,
Or, well, no, best of 5. Is what
Okay.
it is.
okay,
Yeah.
best of
Yeah.
5 I can live with. Best of 3
Yeah, to win.
sounds,
That's random.
sounds too much like baseball.
It's like, especially like best of 3.
Short
weird
series.
stuff happens.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody
Yeah.
gets hurt, somebody twists an ankle, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
but that's all happening now.
right.
Yeah.
But at least I think over a 7-game span, the best team generally wins.
In basketball, they
in
do.
basketball.
Yeah, not in baseball.
Not in baseball. Baseball can be
Not in
anybody.
hockey.
No, hockey.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Basketball's the one where the chalk seems to win more often than the other sports.
Trev, the Phillies fired their manager
Yeah.
today, and the Red Sox fired their manager yesterday.
Yeah.
am I remembering this correctly? I don't ever remember two managers being fired in April.
Super
Do you?
early. No, I don't.
Yeah.
It's super early, and weirdly enough, the Phillies tried to hire Alex Cora like the day he got fired.
Wow.
Like Dombrowski got on the phone with Cora. I guess they're longtime friends, and said, "Hey, would you be interested in taking the Phillies job?" And he said, "No, I don't want it right now." And then they fired Thompson the next day.
And what's strange is that both of the guys now that were hired have Dodger ties. Boston hired Chad Tracy, who's the son of Jim Tracy.
Right.
Chad's 40 now. And then Preston Mattingly is the GM in Philly, and he gave the gig to his dad, the former Dodger manager,
That's pretty
Don
wild.
Mattingly.
Father, son.
Yeah,
he's a Nepo
son,
dad.
father.
Nepo dad.
Yeah,
Nepo dad.
exactly.
Nepo dad.
Exactly.
By the way, it looks like they're finalizing the NBA draft lottery proposal change thing. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
This is the new anti-tanking draft reform.
It seems too complicated
It is
to me, but
so
go
complicated.
ahead and read it.
I'm going to try. So it's called the 3-2-1 lottery, named to represent the number of lottery balls per team. It's going to expand the lottery from 14 to 16 teams. Teams that do not qualify for the playoffs or are in the play-in tournament. Spots 4 through 10 receive 3 lottery balls. Teams with the bottom 3 record would have just 2 lottery balls.
I like that.
So, in other words, if you're in the bottom 3, you only get 2. If you're in that next grouping, you get 3.
So it incentivizes you not to finish bottom 3.
Don't finish bottom 3.
Yeah,
That
I do
works.
like that part.
Yeah,
a lot.
that part of it makes a lot of sense.
And the one is for everybody else?
One is for everybody else, yeah.
So the team that wins the title has one ping pong ball?
No. From the play-in tournament down.
Oh, okay. And then everything's in reverse order of record once you
Correct.
get to 16 or
Yes,
whatever it is?
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, it's going to be better. It's going to be painful to finish in the bottom 3. I think that's the idea. Make them pay a price.
Not
if
that they would
that
ever
bad.
do this, but I've seen one of the proposals that was you take those really lousy teams, the teams that are racing to the bottom.
Wizards.
Yeah, the Wizards and the Jazz and these sort of teams.
Pacers.
But then you play, they have to do a little mini tournament at the end of
Here's
the
why
year.
that wouldn't work.
Okay.
Players on those teams would be playing to try and replace themselves. In other words, if I'm a guy on one of those teams, why do I want us to get a higher pick? That runs the chances that I'm going to be off this team this year.
Yeah. Can't make them play.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I don't think that would work.
Kyle Tucker came up big last night.
Finally.
Hey.
Yeah, he got his first moment as a
King
Dodger.
Tuck.
He looked elated, didn't
Thank
he?
God.
He did. Yeah, I mean,
Thank
that's
God.
kind of what you get with Kyle Tucker,
Good
right?
for you.
He looked like
Yes.
it was a spring training infield hit.
Yeah, he
Good
did
for
not.
you.
He's not
Yeah.
an enthusiastic over the top
No,
guy.
he is not
Well,
a
they got a bunch of games
demonstrative
left.
guy.
Yeah. By the way, that's his second walk-off.
Yeah, I
this
got
year.
that other little,
He had that
little Jimmy Jam.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought last night was one of, first of all, that was a big come-from-behind win. Their
It's nice.
11th come-from-behind win.
Yeah.
That's second in Major League Baseball. And the one question I have is, in that 9th inning, I'm trying to remember the exact situation. Runners at first and second, Miguel Rojas is
The
at
bunting.
the plate.
The
The
plate.
bunting.
Yeah.
He tried to lay one down. To me, that's not the place to lay one down. Do you think that was Dave or do you think that was Miggy?
So if he was trying to bunt for a hit, it makes more sense than if he was trying to sacrifice.
It looked like a sacrifice.
Yeah,
to me.
because if he was trying to
'Cause he
sacrifice,
took 2 cracks at it, right?
He did, but if you're trying to sacrifice, it takes the bat out of Shohei's hand.
Exactly. That's what I'm
So
saying.
I don't understand why you would do that.
Yeah.
Like I understand the impulse to do it ultimately because when Mookie's back there and you got these other guys, but Shohei was your chance to win that game. To hit a home run.
They're gonna put him on base.
Yeah, they might have done it anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have had him swing the bat.
What do you think of Shohei not hitting tonight but pitching?
What I tell you, Trav, I knew the minute they did this, I said, I'm praying to God Shohei doesn't pitch well because if he does, this is going to be the norm. And here we are. 2 weeks later, they're doing it again. I hate it.
What's the problem?
Hate it.
What do you hate about it?
That he's not hitting. If I'm going to a Dodger game or tonight, I'm going to turn it on. I'm turning it on to watch Shohei hit. He's the most dangerous hitter in all of baseball, and you're taking him out of a game because you want to rest him?
Well, I'm tuning to watch them win, but I mean, I have just as much fun watching them pitch. But I think it's
But
better
why
for
not
him.
both?
And you know what I thought when Yamamoto, we said this, he looks human.
Yeah.
Well, you just opened the door for Shohei to go past you in the Cy
Yeah,
Young.
they're still
If
in the
competing.
backstretch. They're just
Right.
getting going.
Why?
but-
But it's so physically taxing to hit and pitch. If he's going after the Cy Young, at least give him the day off while he's pitching.
So part of me really wants to see him hit because he's on my fantasy team.
Sure.
The other part of me finds him pitching fascinating. Like,
It is.
I love
good.
watching him pitch.
Given my choice, I would want to watch him do both, just because it's fun to
because
watch.
that's the novel thing.
I think if you look at what they've done so far this year, they've basically done it every other game. He'll hit one game, and the next time he pitches, he doesn't hit, and they've kind of ping-ponged back and forth. They have to continue to do both at least a little bit, John, because he's going to do both in the playoffs. Of
course.
And so you have to have a little bit of that muscle memory to go do it.
Yeah, I just hate it. You know, if I'm somebody that has tickets to the Dodger game tonight and I see that Ohtani's pitching, I'm really excited. And then if I get there and they say, yeah, but he's not in the lineup, he's not hitting.
There
I'm
will
like,
be other good players.
I feel like I got ripped off. Well, I mean, if Dalton Rushing's a DH, that's not Shohei.
I haven't seen the lineup yet, but I would imagine he's going to be that guy.
They are trying to win the World Series again. They think that this gives them a better chance to have him be better at the end of the year. I can live with it.
I thought they were trying to get him the Cy Young.
Yeah, but I think two things can be true at the same time. Yeah.
By the way,
if he wins the Cy Young, everything works out.
Right.
38 ERA.
Pretty good.
21 strikeouts in 20 innings.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I was reading that they did a poll of like Schoenfeld and Passan and Alden Gonzalez and those guys on ESPN.com yesterday.
Yep.
And none of them picked Shohei to win the Cy Young, and they all gave exactly the same reason.
Who did they have winning it? Skeens?
Yeah.
What was the reason?
Not enough innings. That because the Dodgers are a six-man rotation, and because they all kind of anticipate him taking a break at some point, that he just won't get nearly enough innings. But it won't be for any other reason.
Who would you close with
right now?
Yeah,
Scott.
Yeah, Scott. I think so.
Even though he's been lit up a couple of times.
He gave up that home run.
Yeah. They had the bad game against the Cubs, but he's been pretty good this year. They've used him in a variety of roles. He would be my first choice. Trinan would be my second. And maybe you'd left-right it, depending on what the lineup is at any given time.
And I think Vesey is in that mix, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I don't know. I like him where they use him more.
In those leverage innings, seventh inning.
I can't even give you a good explanation why the ninth inning feels like a bad spot. Not a bad spot, but a less good spot for him. But Trinan and Scott have closing experience, so I'd throw those guys.
DeMarco, were you surprised that Ty Simpson admitted on a radio show that he met with McVay for hours using his words?
This is so funny. I can't believe this is still a story, this whole thing.
Yeah,
it is.
But I guess you have to answer it because of the optics of McVay and all the secrecy. But we talked to him right as the draft ended. The draft
McVay
ended,
or Simpson?
McVay.
Okay.
The draft ended 28 minutes later. We were talking to him. So JB brought it up. We started with the end of the draft and then worked into the Simpson question. And he stopped us and said, I don't know why that became a thing. I'd been talking to the guy. Like, he knew. But I guess they pointed towards the agent.
It became a thing because of his body language and the way he handled the presser. But
let me just to cut through it. There's nothing that happens unless there's a coup I don't know about. Nothing happens on this team without McVay signing off on it. So if there's any doubt that McVay didn't want him, stop thinking that. That's not the case.
You can see that was the message sent on the night of the draft.
And I got to concede that he opened the door himself by looking like that.
Right.
You know, I guess
that's what did him in.
But it's just it's
wrong. If you guys had a press conference to announce that you were getting a new producer and it's Laura Romo, and you say, Trav, you come out and your body language is, yeah, but it's really DeAndre Hawkins' show.
Yeah,
that's who makes Travis and DeMarco go.
Yeah, I don't know. How did you get into this, Laura?
And you say nothing about Laura other than Laura will be allowed to compete.
She'll compete with DeAndre.
To continue to contribute. But we're in good hands with DeAndre Hawkins, and it's his show.
It's his show.
People are going to go,
sure.
Travis is not a big fan of Laura Romo.
Yeah.
And that's why, DeMarco, that's the reason.
But he's not drafted to start. Stafford's the guy.
Right.
I mean, you're not going to see him, God willing, for 2 years.
The part that I'm not clear on is why Ty Simpson felt the need to. Did the Rams tell him to keep it a secret? Did his agent tell him to keep it a secret?
The Rams talked about that.
Why is secrecy necessary in that situation?
They both talked. Him and Les Snead both talked about it because Snead told him, "Don't tell anybody we're talking to you, because then if a team behind us wants it, do you have that Les Snead thing on your board?" Snead said, "It happens all the time. A team from behind will jump us." Here's Snead.
Here's Les.
We do not do top 30s here at the Rams, right? And the main reason is this: hey, a lot of times when those meetings become public, let's call it a team that's behind you. Let's say they're interested in that player somewhere along the way in the draft, things like that. They could easily, you never know who's lurking from behind. So let's say you're picking 55, 65, whatever it is, and all of a sudden someone moves to 64 because they think you might pick that player. At that point, there's nothing you can do. You can just sit, wait, see what they do, and if they pick the player you want. So there's a little strategy there. Our last top 30, 2023, Kobe Turner. So, and the reason we did Kobe is he wasn't invited to Indy. Indy's where a lot of the medical, let's call it physicals occur. And a lot of times if you're planning on drafting a player, you'd like to bring him to your city, let him go through a physical with your medical team. So really 2023 is our last top 30. So last year, what we like to do is go meet the player right on their campus. And I would call it, in this draft cycle, we did 66 private meetings with players. In, let's call it 2025 draft cycle, we did 61 private meetings with players. That's not Sean and I all the time. We're not going to go see 66. So it's different people in our building going to connect with these players.
So that's why he's afraid. It's an information war.
Yeah. Yes.
So he's afraid of tipping the other team.
People that have been fired for taking selfies or talking on the phone, and there's a shot of the draft board. It's your draft strategy.
Right.
If they know you're interested in quarterback, it's not because you want Simpson. It's because, hey, we can go up and get these other guys. If they're going at 13, we'll do this.
Yes.
You don't want that stuff out. So, I mean, we talk about the smoke screens all the time.
Oh, yeah. No,
especially when you're picking
and
QB
by the way,
at 13.
there was actually smoke around Ty Simpson, too. We did discuss Ty Simpson in association with the Rams, so somehow it was in the air. But once it's in the air and people think McVay might like him, then I think somebody could jump.
I think the McVay part of it's a big part of it.
Yeah.
That he likes it, I love it, right? What does he know that I don't know? Let's go get that guy.
McVay's doing that? I want that guy.
The only reach, I guess, where McVay, had to have a player, it was Tutu.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the one that kept Tutu off the field was Sean McVay. So that's the one.
Right,
but
right.
Nothing happens. Draft picks, signings, free agents, unless he's on board with it.
There you go. All right. I feel more confident now. Thank you, DeMarco.
Trav, are you excited about Morales being in here for Live
Oh,
Imaging
it's
Tuesday?
Live Imaging Tuesday. He told me he's got special stuff planned for
2
you.
hours and 45 minutes till it's over.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Look at
Wow.
that face. There you go.
Okay, stand by.
Can't you guys see him as a high school coach? I told him as a high school baseball coach. And what did you say?
I wouldn't be very good at it.
Why?
I don't have enough patience.
And that's exactly why you would be a great coach.
I disagree with that.
Yeah.
I think you'd be good at it.
Patience is the reason why you can't deal with Chris Morales, too. Everybody needs to have patience.
You do need a lot of patience. I would only be nice to the good players, and that's not a good coach.
There you go.
Yeah, that would not suit me well.
All right, Live Imaging Tuesday. Stay tuned for fireworks. See you tomorrow.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15-minute mark on 710.